Let's make sure we protect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
I'm a content creator.
It's okay.
This is my job.
Hey, I bet they mad.
From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick.
What? Nigga, we made it.
You be creators of nonsense, content of self-importance, hate spreading to no end, viral emptiness, no substance. Stop hogging the spotlight and just share that ish. It goes a longer way when you spread that ish. Make it rain, just spray that ish. Real chosen ones out here to change that ish. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. Algorithms don't move us, we move to rhythm of truth in us. Hating on love in your sleep. Time is up, now we numbers deep.
Whoa.
One love in multiple forms, vibrating contrary to norms, creating waves worldwide, elevating frequencies high. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. You can't flip the script.
Whoa.
You're having a legend. Get with it, we built it. You can't flip the dip it.
These people don't understand. Stop trying to hog the spotlight and share that shit.
We're off Dawise. Talk to him.
We built this. To the moon. To the moon, Alice.
I'm a content creator.
Rising, Grand Rising, what's up with everybody?
This is my job.
Hey, I bet they mad.
From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick.
What? Nigga, we made it.
You be creators of nonsense, content of self-importance, hate spreading to no end, viral emptiness, no substance. Stop hogging the spotlight and just share that ish. It goes a longer way when you spread that ish. Make it rain, just spray that ish. Real chosen ones out here to change that ish. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. Algorithms don't move us, we move to rhythm of truth in us. Hating on love in your sleep. Time is up, now we numbers deep.
Whoa.
One love in multiple forms, vibrating contrary to norms, creating waves worldwide, elevating frequencies high. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. You can't flip the script.
Whoa.
You're having a legend. Get with it, we built it. You can't flip the dip it.
These people don't understand. Stop trying to hog the spotlight and share that shit.
We're off Dawise. Talk to him.
We built this. To the moon. To the moon, Alice.
What's up with y'all? Let's just wait till some more people get in here. Maybe some more people will come in here, maybe not. Don't really matter. You know the show must go on.
I'm thinking we can serve your tea hot.
What up with you? What up
We
with
can make it ice cold.
you? Hey, Rocky.
We can put it in a
Hey,
shot.
Rocco.
Oh, we can make it real bold. Oh, oh, beef on top of beef. Oh, yes. Yes, it's giving messy, real messy.
Giving
We
messy.
having black tea. So won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea, taste the drama real good. make us put on display? Do you want some black tea? Won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea.
Oh, are we visible right now?
Taste of drama real good. Do you want some black tea? In the Wisey neighborhood. You feel me? Black tea. Won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea. Taste of drama.
Yeah. So this is what we talking about when we say the gaslighting, the manipulation, cyber attacks, so on and so forth, controlled narratives, right? So this is one of the things that I tell people to look out for, be on the lookout for, especially on YouTube, with these groups on YouTube, so on and so forth. They don't like people bringing clarity to situations. They don't like people, rectifying situations. If you look at it, you know what I mean? So, but the spell that's in the word, you know what I mean? They know that your neurons and stuff is linked to certain information in the AI brain, and they analyze people, so they know how to make people tick, you know. But these are the narratives that they push, for this, right? MK Ultra, all of this stuff, mind control, whatever they want to call it, it does not work unless they can put you in a low vibrational frequency, unless they can drop your, frequency of your body to a place of depression, sadness, wanting to give up, so on and so forth. None of this mind control stuff works, right? But let's get into it anyway so you can better understand exactly what's happening in the sector right now, right? First, they target individuals. As you can see, they have picked a target, so they are targeting that said individual, right? But the programming is still the same. The way they go about doing it is still the same. It's patterns of operation.
The controllers have used the influence of the mainstream media and the mass promotion of the academic science medical system to prepare the masses over the past 100 years through chemical, social, and genetic engineering programs to make the current generations much more susceptible to the idea of genetically modifying themselves to ultimately carry out transhumanist goals. When cybernetics was popularized in the academic circles after World War II, ongoing conferences were organized by scholars throughout many disciplines for the purpose of study and experimentation on the types of control and communication that could be exerted over the animal and the machine, and then ultimately finding ways of merging them together. These conferences began the academic think tanks used by the intelligence community that further expanded into the secret society groups and the bloodline families' covert meetings for troubleshooting the methods for steering control of the population. Thus, working on methods for influencing the collective consciousness energy potentials in the human mind to move us in the directions that they wanted us to go. Essentially, they began to set up the border guards of the matrix throughout the control pillars of society, with the mainstream narrative on repeat lulling people to stay asleep and just follow the arrows painted on the floor. Cyberneticists focus on how any person or thing processes information, reacts to that information, and then studies the stimulus response. Response that needs to be introduced in order to change the behavior as well as the output levels needed to achieve the desired result for the control operator. Cybernetics is a vast interdisciplinary strategy that expanded its influence into the many fields of study within psychology. And clearly this was instrumental in developing multiple levels of strategies for exerting social control, mind control, Pavlovian classical conditioning, all leading up to covert brainwashing methods that are used for psychological warfare and MK Ultra programming.
So that's what you see right now. You see them using psychological warfare and MK programming methods, right? Even though we see that this is a smaller group, a group of people, right? We still see this same method of behavior. There's nothing new under the sun, as they say, right? So they still operating under the same Baphomet, Allison Crawley, Rockefeller, same method of social engineering. They're doing the same thing. Just because this is the black tea sector, right, doesn't mean that operation does not apply. They're doing the same thing in this sector that they were taught. They were taught this. This is linear behavior. This is the spell that's in the word. And no matter how many times, like I keep on trying to point this out to you guys, like I keep on trying to point this out, pay attention to it. You know, this is why Carl came over there and created the narrative around himself so he can play the victim. And then what? He gets a tour. He gets to go on Lady Letitia's page, and then he says on Lady Letitia's page, "Oh, I just don't understand why they attack me for being, your supporter, or Maggie attacked me for being up on your panel, so on and so forth." Like they're going to do the same thing. That's why when I kept on trying to say, like, okay, I see what the narrative is. I see that you're trying to make it look like we jumped you on the panel so you can say that so you can go say that you got jumped on the panel, right? After I pointed out what his true motive was, he kept on trying to talk around his true motive. You know your true motive is to create a content around you so you can go bash Lady T too. So then that furthers put her in distraught on whether she got friends or not, or whether people support her or not, or whether all this support is fake. And then Lady T is going to get to the point where she's like, you know what, I'm just going to stop fucking with everybody, so on and so forth. Like they want to push that narrative. It's to isolate and destroy, divide and conquer. It's the same method over and over again, repeated.
Whether we call them NAA, Satan, or Lucifer does not matter, for these parasitic forces are the enemies of the human race. For those of us aware of the end goals of these bloodline families, it is disturbing to note that the entire scope of genetic research projects and the genetic engineering industries are deeply entrenched and controlled by these satanic families. The Hollywood and entertainment satanic death cults are especially involved in these unethical activities carried out secretly in the cloning stations. The entertainment industry has used subliminal programming and digital code within the media content for many years already, in order to program the masses to become violent, hypersexual, and prone to impulsive self-destruction in which to increase the forces of chaos. The social engineering of entertainment media and video games continually implanting thoughts of self-destruction and harm is effective at dumbing down the masses and disconnecting them from the determination required to lead their lives. This is the cyberneticist's satanic dream for total control over the human body. The Rockefellers have been especially prolific with their funding of cybernetics and in the infiltration of the academic, science, and medical environments, and so some brief information about their rise to power over the past 150 years is helpful as a case study of understanding the agendas of these death cult bloodline families. 1.
Does that not sound familiar? Does that not sound familiar with this situation, the social engineering part, right? How they cultivate around gullibility, right? Watch this. Listen now. Listen. Listen. We're going to break it down for you. Listen now.
Cultivation of gullibility. Thus, the intended goal of social engineering is to exploit the subconscious and to shift emotional dependence onto those who have accumulated the most wealth and power. This makes them the dominant authorities with full control over allocating all resources available in this world, while creating many different subclasses of marginalized and oppressed people. Those that are poverty-stricken and feel socially excluded are especially vulnerable to emotional exploitation, keeping them polarized on insignificant topics, and feeding into the promotion of lies due to the intentional cultivation of gullibility. 2.
Do you see that? Do you see? It's the same thing repeated over and over again, right? Anti-soul agenda. Make you feel soulless, make you feel helpless, make you feel worthless, make you feel like you don't belong, cast you out, so on and so forth, right? This is genetic engineering at its finest. We are watching it. The difference is like nobody's been able to pinpoint it or point it out, right? We are pointing it out right now. It's the same thing over and over again. Repeat it, right? Same thing over and over again. Repeat it. You want to say it's copy and paste, right? And I get that. The reason why you want to say that is because I'm using AI to read it, right? And the main thing that I'm pointing out is exactly how this situation works, right? They do it through trauma. I'm just using this to point it out, and you're upset because I'm using this to point it out, and it fits so well with exactly what we're doing, right? It points out exactly what they're doing, right? Through trauma memories and through triggers, they are manipulating the public, right?
Pushing through triggers to heal.
You don't want to
In
see?
order
You
to
don't want
heal
to say
from
that?
past trauma, we will have to face the memory or event that had traumatized us at the point in time of the actual event or has been recorded as tremendous pain within the body, brain, and soul. In order to spiritually heal the body and mind from trauma-based events or mind control, pushing through triggers is important in the spiritual integration and personality integration process. Remember what happened that generated trauma or pain. Give expression, give voice to what has happened. Having a witness that is capable to hold a safe and non-judgmental space is important, if possible. Allow yourself to feel the feelings, and allow the process of feeling the repressed or unresolved emotions of what had happened at the time of the trauma or unresolved pain. Memories must be given the time and space to be emotionally processed into completion. Intentionally sever the attachment, cords and bonds to that painful emotion, or the people or circumstance involved. If needed, evict any negative entities or demonics that were siphoning energy from this cord. See spiritual deliverance. Intend to reclaim all
Yeah, you're right.
aspects of
That's my
yourself
fault.
that have
That's
been
my fault.
fragmented from pain or
They keep
trauma.
on
Visit
repeating the
RO
same
or
thing
return to
over and
rightful
over
owner.
again, which is a copy and
Close
paste
the
method.
harmful
Yeah,
portal to the past time where the
absolutely.
trauma has occurred, or close down any multidimensional harmful portals that has left damage in the aura.
So this is what we need to point out. Demonic entities, right? A lot of y'all don't want to think these demonic entities exist. These demonic entities exist. These fallen angels, these whatever you want to call it, they exist. It goes back to the Nephilim wars, the Watchers, so on and so forth. They exist. They just exist in the bodies of mankind. They exist inside the bodies of mankind, right? So they're fighting the bodies, you know, inside the bodies of us. This is where the term jinn comes from in Muslim terms, right? This is where that term comes from. So these entities exist within inside of all of us, and they hate when you
Includes human
overcome
souls in the
them.
process of earthly reincarnation cycles that have digressed into Jenny or Jean, which is a shadow creature, no longer human. It retains a counterbalance in the higher spirit realms of which it has been disconnected from its soul matrix. This includes the Antichrist seeds of Azazel, which form the Watcher's hierarchies. These are Nephilim consciousness fragments bound in the earth. Includes the human being's ancestral or family of origin spirit. The most troublesome ancestral spirit is the souls of those who have committed suicide or died a violent death, the unburied, or restless and dissatisfied spirits. These are beings that cannot be reborn into reincarnation and have been severed from their soul extension community. Includes human souls that consecrated and dedicated their life force/soul to a false god or imposter spirit or demon, in a previous lifetime, in past, present or future, usually for personal gain or access to some power in the material world. This also can be influenced by an ancestral spirit, someone in the ancestral biological family line who is manipulating negative form of that unaware human being. Includes human souls that have died violently or hold strong obsessions from lack of completion in trauma.
Don't you see that? Can't you see that they all already sold their souls to a false god
Excludes human
in their
souls incarnated
past?
into another realm,
You know what I
plane, or
mean?
universe.
In their past or in their present, right? Whatever you want to call it, in their past or in their present, somewhere along the line, they have sold their souls already, right? To something outside of them. They have proven that over and over again, right? These are imposter spirits that you're seeing. They are in the vessels of a multitude. That's why they say they are legions. That's why you see it happening the way it's happening, right? You think it's ironic that all of them come up at the same time to attack, Lady T. To some people, that might look, be ironic, maybe a coincidence, or some people might be like, "Oh, they're working together, it's organized." But what if it's deeper than that? What if they are all under like MK Ultra mind control, and that's why they're doing it? They're not really responding off of a vibrational frequency that's their own. That's why it all looks so connected, right? What if it was that deep? That these people already sold their souls to something outside of them to give in to a system that controls them when they want. Doesn't it seem like they're all being controlled by something that's making them attack the same person, go after the same person, target the same person, right? That's not a coincidence that so many people just target one person, right? Danny Robinson is doing lives comparing her to Jaguar Wright. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing live saying she's worse than Jaguar Wright. She's worse than Jaguar Wright, right? Why? Because ain't this the same thing that they do? And ain't this how they sacrificed Jesus? Right? They made Jesus out to seem like he was worse than the two unalivers that was up there getting crucified. Right? And then they voted and let everybody else cast the vote on which one should we keep? Should we keep these thieves, these unalivers, you know, these two people or Jesus? That's the same thing. They're trying to escape the karma. It's called karma that they're trying to escape. So they need to find someone, right? It's like the Reaper. Think about the Reaper coming after Jaguar. Jaguar is letting the group know, listen, all of us that's attached to this energy that got fame off of this, we need to offer up a soul. We need something to offer up, right? We done stop them from offering up all the other people, the Ambers, the Salmas, whatever you want to call it, right? We done stop that, right? So now they need a soul and they need one fast. They need one bad. They need a blood sacrifice bad. They need somebody to crash out bad, right? It's the only way they keep the power that they got. It's blood magic, right? It goes back to Baal, King Baal. It goes back to all the demons, so on and so forth, right? These things exist within inside of us. They rule within inside of us. They don't rule the physical plane. They rule mankind, right? So you're battling against forces of evil that you cannot see. My communication is breaking up. Is my communication breaking up? You said. Y'all can hear me good, right? Now look, if you don't believe that we're dealing with demons, right? I want to show you this creature right here. Look, look at the illusion of Baal. Look, look, three heads, three heads. You don't see that? Three heads. Do you see what I'm saying? And one has a crown on. One's a frog, one's a cat, and one has a crown on. Sounds familiar? Sounds familiar? You don't see how every lesson that we talk about over here, it has a real, like you can see it in real time if you're paying attention. These are not lessons over here, right? I'm showing you something that's taking place in real time, right? I'm showing you something that's taking place in real time. It says the beast will come out of the sea. We just didn't think that the seven-headed beast would be something that we didn't see, right? We didn't think that we thought it would come from the physical sea. We didn't think it would come from the holy sea with inside the body. We didn't think that it was the holy sea that the Bible was talking about when it said the seven-headed beast coming out of the sea. We didn't think it was the holy sea. Nobody thought that it was the holy sea, the sea inside of us. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought that it was the holy sea with inside the body. Listen to this. Listen.
Baal, Baal or Baal, is a demon described in demonological grimoires such as the Lesser Key of Solomon and the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum, where he is the first spirit mentioned, and also in the Dictionary Infernal. He is described as a hoarsely voiced king with the power to make men invisible and ruling over 60. Description. E is described as a hoarsely voiced king with the power to make men invisible and ruling over 66 legions of demons. 1, 2, 3, note 1.
66
Description.
legions of demons.
Edit. The Sigil of Baal. The Lesser Key of Solomon describes him as appearing in the form of a cat, toad, human, some combination thereof, or other, diverse shapes, 4, while the Pseudomonarchia Daemonum and the Dictionary Infernal state that he appears with the heads of a cat, toad, and human simultaneously. 2, 3. Jacques Collin de Planzy wonders if Baal is the same as the Canaanite deity Baal. 3. A reasonable assumption. 5, 6. In the Livre d'Espérance, Baal, as Beel, is described as a king ruled by Orions, himself a demon overseeing the cardinal direction east, or the Orient, still possessing the power of invisibility, as well as the power to garner the favor of others, but ruling over only 6, rather than 66, legions of demons. 7. The Liber Officiorum Spirituum features Baal, Boal, or Bol, again as a hoarsely voiced king, or sometimes a soldier, with not only the powers of invisibility but also of the sciences and love. 8, 9. Sloane MS 3824 mentions Baal, in Of the Demon Rulers, as a king ruled by Orions, attributed with teaching science, again, granting invisibility, and controlling 250 legions of spirits. 10. Baal appears in later editions of the grimoire of Pope Honorius, under Astaroth, as a prince whose powers include, again, invisibility and popularity. 11, 12. In the Grand Grimoire, Baal, as Baal, is listed as a subordinate of Lucifuge Rophicael. 13. According to Thomas Rudd, Baal is opposed by the Shem HaMepharash angel Vihuya. 14.
Now, what
In
does that
popular
sound
culture.
like? Does that not sound like a
Edit.
Danny Robinson? The
Baal
gift of invisibility. Oh, nobody knows what this person look like. They're anonymous, but they're causing so much hell and chaos. Right? Sounds like ball activity to me. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't paying attention. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you pay attention, you will see this entity in whoever it possesses. You will see these entities in whoever they possess. Yes, they manifest in the physical form. They will manifest in your life in a physical form. I don't care what they take, uh, look like. I don't care who it is. I don't care whatever. They will manifest in the physical form. You will be sitting there like, what the hell is going on? It seems like you fighting, one person, but he's operating in 50 different people. You're like, what the fuck? Why it keeps seeming like I'm running into the same problem with multiple people? You'll start questioning yourself, like, is it me? Is it me? No, this is your pain body. This is other people who are in their pain body, recognizing you coming out of your pain body and trapping you back in. These are all the people that are in the fourth dimensional plane that are stuck in the astral plane. If they see you moving out of that astral plane, reaching higher levels of yourself, trying to be better, right? They're going to snatch your ass back down into these levels, these lower levels of oneself, lower vibrational frequencies, right? Now, I don't know what Lady T had going on in her life, but there was positivity happening around her, right? And they wanted to snatch that positivity away, not only by making it seem like they were the reason for her positivity, right? But also, it's a God complex. God give it, God take it away, right? So they make it seem like, they gave it to you so they can take it away from you. It's the same thing with platforms, right? I help you build that platform. So now I have the right to take it away because I help you build it, right? They do this repeatedly with everything, right? They'll do, like, think about it, like when you was kids, like, you know what I'm saying? Your parents would be mad at you and they'd be like, you ain't eating no food I cooked, or you'll be about to get the ass whooping and they'll be like, I ain't beating no clothes I paid for, right? So it's like it's the same thing. Like, these people are stuck in their ways. They're stuck in that linear thinking. They feel like in order to break us, they have to, starve us. They have to, show us that we're lesser. And then, if you agree and you fall in line and you agree to the anarchy of whatever it is that they want the anarchy to be, and you say, okay, that's the whipping order, and you realize what it is, you know what I mean? Then they'll let you have a seat at the table, like, okay, all right. You realize what it is. You have succumbed to the idea. You know what I mean? It's like breaking wild horses. You starve them out until they let you ride their back, and then you give them the food. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that's happening right now. It's just on a different scale. They're gonna starve you out, starve you, make it feel like you're not wanted, so on and so forth. And then you say, you know what? I give up. I give up. Y'all win. Paint me out however y'all want to paint me, so on and so forth. Blah 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 blah. And then that's when they like, yeah, see, I told you. I told you. I told you that person was da 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 da. That's why I tell y'all got to be mindful of the spell that's in the word. This goes back. This goes way far back. This is why they binded the hands of the witches and binded the tongue of the witches, because of this level of witchcraft, right? Magic, supernatural. But these are different now. Now it's the times where they're speaking things into existence. You know what I mean? These witches, they play these witches, they have a cunning way of dealing with you, you know what I mean, making you think that their cult is a good thing. How do you think they made us praise the devil? They made it seem like the devil was the hero and the saint. Look at all the things the devil gave you and your God does nothing for you. People will praise that because people are gullible enough to be like, you know what, you're right, the devil did give us a bunch of stuff, thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's like your God won against, if your God was so great, why did he choose to go against the devil, for wanting to be like him? Da 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 da. Right? This is the shit that they do. Like, You can see it in the physical form. Them still challenging
Belief in
God to
witchcraft
this
as
day.
malevolent magic is attested from ancient Mesopotamia and in Europe. Many indigenous belief systems
Damn,
include
you
the
jumped
concept
all the
of
way to the
witchcraft. Rabbis
bottom.
define witches as
Ain't no way you jumped all the way to the bottom like that. You're trying to be difficult today. You refusing to read the paragraph that I'm asking you to read. Okay, refresh your ass then. Now I'm gonna try to highlight it again and click it again. Damn, you really refusing to read this?
they made up a minority of those accused.
Yo, you're
European belief
refusing
in
to
witchcraft
read this
gradually dwindled during and
paragraph.
after the Age of Enlightenment.
Why do you keep
Many indigenous
nah?
belief systems that include the
You
concept
jump
of
into the
witchcraft.
bottom every time I ask you to read this paragraph. You're jumping to the bottom of it, AI. Read the damn paragraph, AI. Don't jump to the bottom. Read the shit I got in the blue. Yo. Oh, AI acting up today. This motherfucker. This motherfucker is jump. Can y'all hear anything?
Age of Enlightenment.
The AI does not want to read it.
Many indigenous belief
It
systems that
keeps.
include the
I'm not even
concept of
telling it to
witchcraft.
read
Likewise
this
define
paragraph
witches as
down here,
malevolent
right?
and seek healers,
I'm
such
not
as
even
medicine
telling it to
people and
read
witch doctors,
this.
to ward off and undo bewitchment. 11, 12. Some
I ain't even
African and
say
Melanesian
read this.
peoples believe witches are driven by an evil spirit or substance.
I'm telling this damn thing to read the top part, and it's not reading it. You want me to read it? Hell no, I'm not reading the spell out loud. If the AI is scared to read it, I'm scared to read the shit too. Nah.
Witchcraft is the use of magic by a
All
person
right, let me
called a
see if
witch.
it'll read it
Traditionally,
now.
witchcraft means the use of magic to inflict supernatural harm or misfortune on others, and this remains the most common and widespread meaning. 1. Though the idea of witchcraft is largely imaginary, it has nevertheless served in many cultures as a way to explain the presence of evil. 2. The belief in witches has been found throughout history in a great number of societies worldwide. Most of these societies have used protective magic or counter magic against witchcraft, and have shunned, banished, imprisoned, physically punished or killed alleged witches. Anthropologists use the term witchcraft for similar beliefs about harmful occult practices in different cultures, and these societies often use the term when speaking in English. 3.
Speaking in
5.
English.
Belief in witchcraft as
Witchcraft.
malevolent magic is attested from ancient Mesopotamia, and in Europe, belief in witches traces back to classical antiquity. In medieval and early modern Europe, accused witches were usually women, 6, who were believed to have secretly used black magic, maleficium, against their own community. Usually, accusations of witchcraft were made by neighbors of accused witches, and followed from social tensions. Witches were sometimes said to have communed with demons or with the devil, though such accusations were mainly made against perceived opponents of the church. 7. It was thought witchcraft could be thwarted by white magic, provided by cunning folk or wise people. Suspected witches were often prosecuted and punished, if found guilty or simply believed to be guilty. European witch hunts and witch trials in the early modern period led to tens of thousands of executions. While magical healers and midwives were sometimes accused of witchcraft, 8, 4, 9, 10. They made up a minority of those accused. European belief in witchcraft gradually dwindled during and after the Age of Enlightenment.
See? So at one point they used to allow a certain level of witchcraft, so on and so forth, being able to speak words into existence and use words to, manipulate the community, so on and so forth. You know, they used to be able to do that at one point, and they still do that. You know, they still do have a level of it over you. It's just more so in mixed in the secret societies, right? So they put these in the secret societies so we can get confused. You know, the secret societies are working in the social media ploys, to put this mindset out there, this narrative out there. So you see a lot of this magic that's taking place right now. You might not really understand the magic that's taking place, but you might title it like gaslighting or something like that. But they're trying to speak certain variations of things in the collective space. So if everybody believed that one thing about you, right, it happens, right? So if everybody believed that you don't exist anymore, right, all of a sudden your energy is removed from this plane, right? And that might come with losing your vessel. That might come with depression or sadness. It comes with certain variations of things. It depends on how heavy their intent is, right? But right now, you can see what they're doing. They're all collectively putting people in the mindset of Lady T being crazy. Thus far, what happens? Lady T starts acting crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? One's in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. One's in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. They're testing out this ability. They are testing out this ability to put people in the collective in a certain mindset about one particular target so they can see how that one particular target responds, right? So they're testing her to see how she responds to it in hopes that whatever, mind state that she in could create a crash out, and then everybody can manipulate off of that crash out. You know, everybody can manipulate off of that crash out. All of us are crazy, right? All of us. All of us are crazy, you know. Some people just know how to control it more than others, but all of us are crazy. And you might say you're not crazy, but I want you to think about this. If you're not crazy, why is it why is it that you're the only animal that pays for rent on free land and water that's free? Why are you the only animal that do that if you're not crazy? Huh? I don't see the gazelles paying the tigers and lions and shit. I don't see the chipmunks paying the monkeys. I don't see the you know what I'm saying? I don't see the small birds paying the big birds. I don't see none of that shit. You only see that in human culture. Everybody else coexist on the plane together. Yeah, it might be survival of the fittest. It might be a pecking order, as they say, but they not paying for that. We the only ones paying for it. We the only ones, and even in America, we're the only ones that's paying. No, it's not. No, it's not. Let me break it down to you, because my definition of crazy and your definition of crazy is two different definitions, right? You might have the definition of crazy as somebody running around talking to themselves, cuckoo, cuckoo, so on and so forth, right? That might be your definition of crazy. My definition of crazy is somebody that's going through something, mentally, and stuck in one variation or another of a dimension of human experience, and they just haven't found this reality. Even though their physical exists in this reality, their mind is stuck in a different dimension of their self, because we're all multidimensional beings sharing a human experience. Some people just some people just can't handle the level of, multidimensional that they are. You know what I mean? Some people can't handle the multi dimensions that's in the brain. Thus far it looks, right. And that's why that's a spell that's in the word. That's why I keep on saying the spell that's in the word. because it doesn't matter what I say, it's ultimately how you perceive it, right? So if you're perceiving it with understanding or whatever, then you're going to perceive it differently, what I'm saying, right? If you're looking for something to be like, oh, you're wrong, you're going to find that because it's a spell that's in the word. So everything I say is not going to sit right with, however I put it, it's not going to sit right with everybody because the spell that's in the word. We was told that this word was this definition and that word was that definition and so on and so forth, right? That's what we were told. Nobody going to erase your stuff. What we need to erase your stuff for? You said what you said. You good? Like, why somebody need to erase your stuff? If you want it gone, you go back and erase it. Mods, y'all don't have to erase her stuff if y'all ain't want to. If she ain't saying nothing disrespectful, she just voicing her opinion. Ain't nobody need to erase your stuff. Why you do that to yourself? You know? If you sitting here saying, that people are speaking stuff into existence, then you too can't speak that into existence. You speaking into existence, the mods erasing your stuff. Why are you doing that? You know? You good. You good. It's not me, it's your mind. You got to control your mind. Be back in control of your mind. Remember what it's like to control your mind. Remember what it's like to control your mind and then control it. Don't let your thoughts get the best of you. That means you're letting thought run wild. Don't let thought run wild. Control that shit. I was trying to see if they had the Christ, being a part of the body and representing the spine and being the claws, the claustrum part of the brain. I was trying to see if it was in there for the claustrum part of the brain. But this would break down like all of our little stories, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know what I mean? The story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, how that story came about. You know what I'm saying? The real story of that. You know what I mean? And we all have different belief. A belief system, if you look up the definition of belief, it means unknown system. So everybody's belief system is unknown. So it don't matter what story you go by or not story, I'm sorry, what belief system you have. We all the idea of belief is unknown. So it's unknown to you, it's unknown to me. That's why it's a belief. It's a belief system, you know? Yeah, it's cool to have a different belief, you know? You all right with me? I don't care that you got a different belief. Who your belief system scares people off? No, I ain't. You good over here. No matter what you believe in, you know, you could believe in dirt and dung. We don't care. You a person? Check. Do you have feelings and emotions? Check. You know, are you capable of being in control of your own vessel? Check. All right. Then you deserve everything that comes with being a human. And that's even like the human error, you know what I mean? Having that room for human error, for mistake, for that, you know. You deserve all of that. That comes with being a human, you know what I mean? All of that comes with being a human. And you're entitled to all of that. That's yours. That's yours. But look, I'm trying to tell y'all the spell that's in the word. The more we work towards unity, right? The more we work towards unity and trying to, be at peace, the more out of control they're going to get. I'm telling you. The more they see us unifying, I just want to show y'all just by, just by exposing it. I just want to show y'all that, the more we operate in peace, letting bygones be bygones, being able to separate, being able to be like, you know what, you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying. You're your own person and I respect you for that. And I still want to be your friend, right? The ability to do all of this stuff, like they hate to see that shit. They hate to see that shit because you got to think about it. Their operation has always been divide. Their operation is always teach you how to hate. They can't teach you how to love. Once you challenge them to that, they just try to find a harder way to try to teach people how to hate. Thus far, they have to accept their own karma, right? Once you stop and you just say, you know what, I'm still going to unify, I'm still going to love, right? They get the karma that they deserve. Instead of being able to transfer it to somebody else, they get the karma that's for them. That's what they don't want. That's why you see this frantic panic of behavior is because they thought they had somebody that they can destiny swap or transfer this negative energy so this negative energy can take on the karma that they have been pushing out there for so many, you know, however long, right? But once you disengage from it and decide to not operate, they will get so panicked. They will get so panicked. They will start freaking out. They'll start attacking each other. I'm telling you, watch. I'm telling y'all, watch and see. Just please watch. Please stay in unity. Please. Please stay in unity. You hear me? Stay in unity. Have y'all differences. Have y'all, but stay in unity. Don't give them. I'm telling you, the more and more you don't give them the response that they want, the more and more you're going to see them freak out. The more you don't give them the response that they want, the more they're going to freak out and panic. You know? They're going to freak out and panic more and more. Right? Now you see more and more. You see Danny Robinson talking about it even more, comparing her to Jaguars. And they all think that she's really bothered about this comparison to Jaguar. They all think that Lady T is bothered by this because everybody in this sector know that Jaguar. Like, think about it. Somebody come along and say, "Man, she's worse than Jaguar." What? She's worse than Jaguar? Jaguar did fucked up shit. Wow. Oh my God. Da, 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 right? It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Yeah, that's why I'm putting the Discord back together so we can watch that shit from the Discord. So that way only one person is watching it, even though we all seeing it. And they ain't getting our energy. They ain't siphoning our energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. I'm glad. Shit. I'm trying to really like create a space for all of us to gather and be safe in the physical world and on YouTube. And that's why I'm cool with my journey. Like my journey's aligned. You know what I mean? To create little small pockets of unity everywhere. My journey is aligned. My YouTube journey, TikTok journey, my physical journey, being out here, getting this, helping with the grounds and, all of this stuff. This is my, sacrificing myself, you know what I mean? Not putting nobody else in the way, nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Sacrificing myself, putting myself out there for labor, my service to others. That's my journey, to just try to be a service to others and stop, this whole selfish mindset, this why me, why me, why me, why me. I had to stop thinking like that. Start thinking, why not me? Why not me? Why can't I be the person to break generational curses? Why can't I be the person to, you know what I mean? That's my thing. That's my thing. You know? I see all these timelines laid on top of each other, but at the very, very niche of it, it's our one true timeline. Like I see all these multiple timelines laid on top of each other, but if you really look deep enough, the one true timeline is unity. That is the one true timeline. And that's the timeline I'm trying to get to. I ain't trying to get to all these different forms of separation, separation, separation. Listen, those who want to divide, they going to divide no matter what we do. You know, those who want to separate, they going to separate no matter what we do. So my goal is to put the people together that want to unify. That's my goal. My goal is to, I understand. Okay, you got the right to have go have your space over there, your space of hate, your space of hurt, your space of pain, your space. Go have it. Trauma bonding, all of that stuff. Go have it. Go have it over there, though. You know, it's called emotional intelligence. I have boundaries. I have boundaries when it comes to my emotions, and you know what I mean. You know, I gotta smoke. My brain be moving so fast. Like if one of y'all like came and actually seen like a day in my life, you'll be like, "What the fuck? This dude is a hard ass worker." You'll be like, "What the hell? This dude is a hard worker. He's out here doing all of this stuff on the farm, physically trying to, putting gates together, fences together, all this stuff." Feeding the animals 6 o'clock in the morning. Chasing donkeys and goats, and still got the time to jump on YouTube and work out. Like you'll be like, "What the hell, bro? You stay busy." Like I go to sleep late, wake up early. Doesn't matter. Every day, every time. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I gotta do all of this to burn all of this energy. And still it's not enough burn. Still at the end of the day, I'll be like, thinking, you know what I'm saying? Thinking like, nah, because they are scapegoats. That's why they escape artists. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it scapegoats. Maria, what's up with you? Hope all is well. You know, I seen that you was like trying to give Carl a chance, and I want to give Carl a chance too. I just want authenticity around me. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like that. It felt like he was playing in my face and the faces of other people up there, because Carl came into this with a storyline that made it seem like he was the person that did not want to see when Denat took that trip last year. Now all of a sudden he's saying that Denat never been to Dubai or wherever Denat went last year, right? And we know for a fact that Denat went there last year because he went live while he was there, because that was the same time that he was talking shit about us on Blanca's page, right? So when Carl said that, I'm like, yo, I literally wanted to pull up the message and show, like, Carl, this is you. You messaged me this, bro. You messaged me that the knot had, information about you that can be troublesome and get you in trouble. And he was holding it over your head. And you were the secret lover that he wanted to go see when he took that visit last year. And then all of a sudden that changed. So I'm just confused on, you know, the games. That's why I was saying, like, what? Like, hold on. You said you was in a physical relationship with the knot, but you didn't want, like, I guess your wife to find out because of some kids and a some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? It was some weird shit. Like he didn't because he can lose, like he can get in trouble or some shit, some weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go back and find it, but Magic kept on saying like, yeah, be quiet, be quiet. But I wanted to go back and find it. I wanted to go back into the Discord because we got the old Discord still exists. You know what I'm saying? The old Petty Pocket still exists. That's why I was trying to like make sure, like, is that the you know? But that's why I was trying to make sure, like, yo, I don't know. I'm not putting nothing out there about nobody. I ain't putting nothing out there about nobody. That's why I said, like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it over there on that panel. I'm not even gonna go back and look it up or look into it. But yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. Why you think he was so giddy when the night said I miss my friend Carl? Y'all didn't hear that big ass smile on Carl's face and how he kept laughing, like blushing like a schoolgirl. Y'all didn't hear that shit? Come on, come on. The not knew just what to say to come over there and make him expose himself. You can hear that motherfucker smiling through the phone. Man, y'all tripping if y'all act like y'all didn't hear that motherfucker smiling through the phone, huh? He was giddy as hell, huh? He was so giddy.
Just happened. I just want to say that I am very disappointed. I really felt like I felt
Is this not
my
Carl?
tribe. I posted that yesterday that I found my tribe. I really do apologize if you guys felt like I was
Is
being
this not
disrespectful
Carl?
to the chat today. I was just mentioning what was on my mind. I promise you, I'm not sent on a mission from the knot. I was just explaining the situation. You guys said you wanted to hear the tea. There's no half teas, so I just wanted to. I totally understand where Ralph is coming from and how it might seem that I am coming here to destroy the chat, to trauma bond or to disrupt what you guys got going on over here. I mean, if there's a whole bunch of women over here, it's probably not a place for me anyway. Like I said, I was honest with you guys the other day. I wanted to come over to try to find out how to build my content, how to build my channel, and I want help from Ralph. I have told Ralph, I have told other people about Ralph. I have recommended his TikTok channel to other people, my family members, my friends. I have posted his TikToks on my Instagram. I have promoted him. I have told Danat that Ralph is intelligent. Ralph is a good leader. He really is dropping gems. And I really feel like I have a lot to learn from him. I really do feel like I'm being misunderstood in this situation. And I would totally understand how to move and how to conduct myself. To be in the Discord. I really like this Discord chat. I really like this group. I genuinely do like Ralph. Like I said, after I went on Magic's channel one evening, and he came up and explained his situation, and explained his side. I genuinely did like him and felt like I wanted to follow him, and that's why I followed him on TikTok. Did not said to me today that I would not learn anything from Ralph and that he helped to build Ralph and all this stuff, and I don't believe that. But anyway, I just really, wow. I'm totally being misunderstood in this situation, and I wish that it didn't happen. Maybe I should have just shut my mouth and never said anything about anything and just kept enjoying the chat, the group, the collective. So he didn't give me a chance to speak at all. You guys don't know me. That's very fair. I need to prove myself to you guys who I am. And I need to prove to Ralph who I am. He totally deserves that respect. But I honestly was really trying to talk to him and explain my point of view and explain to him that I was not trying to disrespect him. I was not trying to disrespect you all. I really do apologize. I really do like you. I really feel like you speak the truth. You don't hold back. You tell it like it is, and you put someone in their place when they need to hear it. And I appreciate you for that. And
And that's as loud as it
yeah,
goes.
I
He's
feel
got
pretty sad about
it.
this, but trust me, I'm not
He's
going to be
got it.
depressed about this.
It's
I'm
recorded.
not
The
depressed
volume's
about it.
recorded, love.
I'm a strong
See, this is why I say, like, does it not seem like they're repeating the same shit? Like it's a pattern of operation. Like, are we? This is why I was like people really playing like right in our face, and they are not. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm sorry. You was glued on the recording. Okay, I'm sorry.
going to move around him, and that the U.S. is not going to be, you know, the end all be all channel and talk about content. We didn't talk about drama at all in that live. And also, Today, I had some conversations with some coworkers about different ideas that are important to them, and I'm going to be doing content based on those things. I'm going to be doing content based on what's going on in Africa with Ibrahim Traore. I'm interested in that. I'm going to be doing content on um, fintech that's in Africa and how that's taken over by storm. I'm going to be doing content about how the UAE is investing in Africa and investing in fintech, and how Donald Trump is really trying to knock out TikTok because he wants to control everything. And he's afraid that people are going to move around him and that the US is not going to be, the end all be all anymore. And people are starting, countries and leaders from other countries are starting to realize that. So um, thank you so much for your advice. I take it to heart. And I know how I'm going to move with Donat. He wants me to come up on his channel and to kind of mention some things and to clear the air. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that right now, based on what Ralph just told me and based on what you have said. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go up on Donat's live and try to, fix the situation so that I can get away from him in peace. Maybe he is manipulating me in this instance, and that's what I need to hear. Someone said in the chat that I seem lost. Maybe it appears that I'm lost, but I am definitely not lost. I definitely do meditate. I definitely do affirmations. I do tarot readings on myself. I'm learning tarot reading, and I'm really enjoying things. You want to see my live that I did on Lady Letitia's channel last night about Meghan Markle. I got on there. I was very relaxed. I was enjoying myself, and totally what you were saying was resonating with me, and I was just enjoying myself. And people even asked me when Lady Letitia was going to take a break, they said, "Are you coming back tonight?" And I said, "No, it's too late. I have to go to sleep. I've got to work in the morning." But that was great. I felt the love. I really did feel the love. And I stood up to Lady T today, and I told, yesterday, and I told her that, I think Ralph is a really good guy. I think he's intelligent. I think he's cool. I think I have a lot to learn from him. And I'm tired of all this drama, and I'm going to step back. And if she doesn't hear from me for a little while, just know that I'm taking a while to kind of step back from all this drama and kind of, think about how I'm going to be trying to move forward. And she told me that I really appreciate that. I really respect that. And I'm not going to control you where you can go. So I totally understand where Ralph is coming from. It could seem that I'm trying to build content off of you guys. It would definitely seem like, I'm trying to infiltrate you guys from the knot. And there's no way that I can prove that to you guys. And you don't owe me anything. Ralph doesn't owe me anything. And so that is what it is. That is what it is. I'm truly disappointed. I'm truly sad that Ralph did not give me a chance to explain myself. But again, he doesn't owe me anything, and I totally understand because so many people come in here with all the drama, and you guys are tired of it. And I totally respect you guys for that. I will totally always respect you guys for that. And hopefully, maybe future will link up again. So you guys be well, take care. And I apologize for anything that I have done wrong unknowingly or knowingly. And I appreciate Ralph giving me the opportunity to speak on mine in the chat yesterday. And I appreciate everything that he taught me And I'm going to carry it with me. And I really do hope in the future that he and I can keep the lines of communication open, and that he can help me build my channel. I really do. I do sincerely mean that. And if you could
Listen at
forward this
that.
message over to him, I would greatly appreciate that.
Listen
And then I
at
will respect
that.
your space. I will respect everyone's space, and I will respect Ralph's space. I will not force myself on anybody. And that's not what I was doing today. I was genuinely coming in today because I really do enjoy you guys. I really felt like you guys are my tribe. And hopefully I can find another
We were his
tribe just like
tribe.
you guys.
We were his tribe, guys. We was his tribe. He really thought he found us. He was, he really thought he found us. But here's the not saying he missed their friendship. Huh? Y'all remember? I remember.
My ex-wife has a good job here, and I'm still legally married, so I can't do anything to mess that up for her. And also, my son lives here, so I have to be very conservative. So basically, all I do is like stay in the house, and I just go to the beach sometimes. I'm very social at work. I have lots
You hear
of
that?
friends at work.
My wife is here. I'm technically
I'm a
still
social person.
married.
I'm
You
an
hear it?
extrovert to the max, and then
You
also
hear it?
I'm
Let
just
me
a
play it
loner to
back
the
so you
max.
guys
So
can hear it.
I just find that balance. My ex-wife.
Let me play it back so y'all can hear it again. Let me play it back so y'all can hear it again. This was way back in what? July of last year, July or 6/22, 6/22/25, 6/22/25. This is old.
Has a good job here, and I'm still legally married, so I can't do anything to mess that up for her. And also, my son lives here, so I have to be very conservative. So basically, all I do is like stay in the house, and I just go to the beach sometimes. I'm very social at work. I have lots of friends at work, and I have. I'm a social person. Like I'm an extrovert to the max, and then also I'm just a loner to the max. So I just find that balance, And so like this kind of stuff is where I have my balance because it's like I can socialize with people, but I can still be in my home. So that's why I love the Discord chat that you guys had. I really enjoyed it. So I was really bummed out because, like I said, I really felt like I found my tribe. But maybe you guys will accept me back into the fold later when I show improvements, in my behaviors and show improvements in like my, well-being and stuff like that. So hopefully, all right. Thank you so much for your support and your advice. And like I said, I really, really did like you. Like I like your no nonsense attitude. I like how you talk. Um, yeah, I just think I was misunderstood a little bit, but it's all good. And I respect Ralph. Like I said, maybe our paths will cross again later at a different time, and I'll still be able to benefit from some of his knowledge and expertise. All right, you all take care. Take care. Bye.
Come on. Come on.
Still like that, but I'm not going to mention tarot because in this region, tarot is not allowed, so I can get into trouble. So that's why I was hiding my identity at first, but now I'm just taking off the tarot because I don't want any smoke over here.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Listen, the problem was really just he came in a Discord and he started this trauma bonding with us in a Discord. Like all he kept on doing was trying to talk about the knot in the Discord. That's all he kept on doing. I'm like, sir, we do not trauma bond over here. Like that's not what we created this Discord for. It's not the trauma bond. So I'm asking him not to trauma bond, right? And it seemed like he waits until I'm not in the message log and then comes back in there and starts trauma bonding again. And then he starts sending messages to everybody that's in there. That's how she's got these voice messages. Because he sent these long ass voice messages to other people that was in a Discord. This is them taking a picture of their phone showing their text log with Carl, how much he was messaging them. So he got in the Discord and he just started messaging everybody in the Discord and was like, pass this message along to Ralph, pass this message along. Like other people in the Discord, he just was messaging. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what? We ain't on that type of time over here. You know what I mean? And I'm telling them that in the Discord, like, yo, we not, this is not what the Discord, this is not what we did this for. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then he said, I subscribe to your Discord or paid because in the Discord you have the option to becoming like a what you call member where you have access to all the rooms because we had locked rooms and stuff, right? So he said like he paid for the subscription of the Discord or something like that to subscribe to my Discord. I was like, okay, but that just because you know, paid some money to be in here doesn't mean you get to come in here and trauma bond and you know what I mean? And then what did he do after that? He went on tour. He went on tour and he, you know what I'm saying, created this image of itself and made it seem like we were so wrong over here in the Discord for attacking him, all this other shit. And now here we are 9 months later, and we watching he done did this same shit. And who's still his best friend? The Knot. And y'all don't think that we was going to address that shit even on Maggie's panel? Y'all thought we was just going to sit there like, yo, this dude's doing the same thing to them that he did, and he's trying to act like he's up here speaking for men, he's up here speaking for women, so on and so forth. He's going to play the victim like he's the one getting attacked, and then he's going to get another grandiose tour all over again. Think what? He done played in my life, played in Maggie's face, played in what? Y'all really like this shit? Y'all really like people playing in y'all face like this? Nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Y'all let these people continuously play this repetitive game in y'all face and pretend like y'all don't, see the patterns of it. I don't think normal people operate like this. At least that's not me. That's not how I operate. I don't operate like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't operate like this. This ain't how I rock. This ain't how I operate. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what? I'm good. So that's why he got out the Discord so fast because remember, at that time, Lady T was saying like how the Knot was trying to pay somebody to come into the Discord and trauma bond with us. You know what I mean? And then ironically, that's when he popped up in the Discord. And I'm like, so Lady T saying that the Knot is telling his mods and wanted her to come over here and trauma bond. And now he pops up over here trauma bonding. It's like, so once Lady T said she wasn't going to do it, he came over and did it. You get what I'm saying? And now I guess we got to rewrite all of that. I guess we supposed to be rewriting all of that. So now like we from the Discord and everybody got to just be like, oh no, Carl's just such a sweet person. He just really, his name don't want to be, he don't, and what? What? This is what we doing now? This is we allowed to do. We allowed to do this shit. We allowed to just rewrite shit like this. history rewritten right in our faces? Y'all cool with somebody playing with y'all reality like that? I ain't cool with people playing with my reality like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't cool with somebody playing with my reality like that. That's why I'm like, nah. If memory serves me correct, Carl, you've been doing this all over, the black tea sector. Is this not a pattern of yours, Carl? Are you not with the shits, Carl? Like, that's why I pointed it out. Like, come on. Why y'all acting like people don't remember? That's why they don't like people like me around. That's why Denat said from the very beginning he started beef with me because he realized that I could spoil his plans. You know what I'm saying? That's why once he realized, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I could spoil his plans. I know it was ops in that Discord, but that's the old Discord. We got a new Discord now. Yeah. This new Discord, it's doing what it does. It's doing what it does. That's the old Discord. I just keep a record of it. I just keep a record of the history. So when these old characters pop up trying to reinvigorate themselves, I'm like, nah, you the same person that was playing the game. So you doing another Fallout. That's why I say the energy always the same. You know what I'm saying? The energy always the same. The faces might change. Their faces might be rotating. They might be changing faces, all of that shit. But nah. That energy the same. I see you. And this is like an ego death. As long as people are operating in the ego and the pride, I'm gonna always see that. Like, nah. You kind of got shit all twisted. Like, the reality that we remember was you doing this shit multiple times. And you doing it on behalf of the not. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it on behalf of the not. You know? The same spirit. That's what I be trying to point out over here. The imposter spirit. These people that's working together. It's a spiritual thing. So you're not gonna see it in the physical eye. There's really no crimes against spirituality, psychological warfare, all of this stuff that they're doing. Like, that's why it's called, cyber attack, whatever, whatever, cyber bullying, right? There's really no crimes to it. Like, but you gotta know exactly that spirit. That spirit will always throw us under the bus. If you walking around, you trying to be righteous, you trying to be holy, you trying to be unity, you gonna run into your Judas. You gonna run into your Judas. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if they come in there or not. They're going to see that our operation remains the same. They got to keep trying shit, don't work. Trying shit, won't work. Guess what? We only using the same method against them over and over again. Love and unity, right? That's the only method we using against them. Love and unity. Guess what they got to use? Lust, greed, gluttony, envy, jealousy, hurt, pain, anger, hate. They gotta use a bunch of shit. You hear me? Do you hear me? Y'all gotta use a bunch of different shit. We just using love and unity, and we fucking y'all up. So we good over here. You know what I'm saying? We good. We don't care about people coming to the disco. We don't care about none of that shit. We don't care about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I mean? Because we over here using love and unity, and it's fucking them up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of this. We ain't got to use nothing else. We ain't got to use nothing else. We putting out knowledge, wisdom, using love and unity, and showing example of how people should actually be. Do we make mistakes? Yes, we make mistakes. But are we bigger than our mistakes? Yes, we are. That's why we willing to apologize. That's why we willing to move on. That's why we not trying to hold no grudges. That's why we're not attaching ourselves to this. That's why you see our collective moving in a form of positivity and so on and so forth, while everybody else collective is moving in a form of negativity. We ain't the same. We're not the same. You know, we never choose to, give in to our demons. We choose to fight our demons. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all join the Discord.
That nigga been fighting a whole lot of demons. A lot of shit we do gonna have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'ma stay right here up on this block, so God take breath from me. I'm sipping his hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping. My little nigga going against the grain and that shit stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang, he paid the price. I was young and the rest for the money, my hunger for paper saved my life. And that shit can save tonight. If you want that lick shit, we can get rich quick, we can get paid tonight. Nigga, dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. Anything to get it, but where you gonna go after? Shit, gotta think about it.
187. You kept the nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven.
Gotta chalk that shit over, real talk.
Fight my demons, so many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons, fighting mine. It's me against these demons. Me against these demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in this ghost. I'm fighting these demons up on the rope. They're hitting the beam. You're hitting the spleen. The money be green. I'm looking so clean. I remember they laughed at me. Gave them the ball and nigga they choked.
My little nigga don't follow no code,
no code. My little nigga follow me like the Pope.
Stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm heartless, thanks for the compliment. I seen your dead homie, yelling company, VMG gang, and bitch feel incompetent. Don't wanna hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit.
Lethally militant.
I can get ignorant, we not considerate. Niggas do silly shit, we get the drilling shit, guilty and innocent.
Don't give a fuck about bystander.
I can pull up in the
Hotlanta. Don't take no slander. Don't take no slander. Dollar bill, y'all.
Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit.
Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down.
Do anything to get it, but you gonna go down? Shit, gotta think about it.
187. You killed the nigga, you don't know if you gon' go to heaven.
Gotta chalk that shit over, real talk.
Fight my demons, so many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons, fighting mine. It's me against these demons. Me against these demons.
Living life encased in the idea that my evil thoughts go unpunished. As I sort through the rubbish, my days of thugging get slow and ruggish. Idolizing puppets who control the public like a controlled substance.
Fight my demons.
Bullets in abundance, anticipating what I know is coming.
These demons.
All of a sudden, my past is blurry, my future is sudden. Dark and muddy, hoping for sunny.
Fight my demons.
Find peace.
So many demons.
Find
Hey, yo,
peace.
listen. We definitely winning. Because we already, outlast all the attacks that was on us. You know what I'm saying? We still out here showing other people how to recognize the attacks. You know what I'm saying? Not only did we step into the flames, not only did we take the attacks, not only did we come out unscathed, you know what I'm saying? But we still around trying to show other people how to dodge the traps, right?
We still around trying to show the red, like, yo, listen, that's a trap. That's a trap. Don't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? Stuck around to try to tell them, hey, listen, pump your brakes. That's a trap. Don't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? We trying to point out the philipma dipping. We trying to point out the philipma dipping so people won't get manipulated. You know what I'm saying? We realize that we are in the Aquarius sky, the time of Uranus. Uranus is followed with the humble sun or the heavenly planet as it's known for, but it also comes with the feminine energy of Lilith, right? So we know that this is the time of the floods and all the things that are in the lower waters inside the body is running wild right now. We know it. Lust, greed, gluttony, all these things, seven deadly sins, all of this shit is running wild. It's funny, ain't that funny? In the time of water, they put your ass in charge. You know, the place where the sun don't shine, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Uranus. You know what I'm saying? That is funny. In the time of water. That's why you say when people say, did God have a sense of humor? I say, yes, he did. I want you to think about it. In the time of Uranus, he put your ass in charge. You know what I'm saying? In the time of water, he put your ass in charge. You know what I'm saying? So I think God got a sense of humor in that case. You know, he put your ass, your Uranus in charge. Uranus is the ruling planet, and most people don't even wipe their ass with water. Most people don't even know their water need. I mean that they ass need water. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about that. That is funny. That is funny. Got to think that is funny. People say God don't got no sense of humor. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He put Uranus in charge in the Aquarius sky, right? Uranus is in charge. It's the ruling planet of the Aquarius sky, you know. It's crazy. And yes, we will look it up right then and there on site for your ass. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? You see Chronos, Saturn, the father of Chronos, Saturn, right? The name Uranus referenced the ancient Greek deity sky, right? That's why, you know, in the time of belief, Pisces, we was under Saturn's rulership, but that was a time of belief. Now we're in a time of knowing, so we're under Uranus rulership. You know what I'm saying? You know it's funny as hell. Come on, God is funny. You know what I'm saying? You know damn well it's funny. You know it's funny. In the time of water, he put Uranus in charge. And most people don't even let water touch their damn Uranus. You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting your water nowhere near their Uranus when it's time to wiping their ass. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, appreciate the five, man. Every little bit helps. I promise you, every little bit helps. I don't know what 21st I'm going to get paid, but on one of these 21sts or 26s, whatever, they're going to pay something, and I'm going to be greatly appreciative. It might be $75, but I'm going to act like it's the lottery. You hear me? I'm going to act like it's the lottery. You hear me? All right, so Uranus is the ruling planet of this sky. Okay. And we're in the Aquarius sky, time of knowledge, time of awakening, whatever you want to call it, right? 13th calendar, 13th lunar calendar, you know, that whole cycle has come to a completion according to the Mayans calendar, everything like that. So Uranus is a very vibrant planet, right? This is why our frequency is changing and our vibration frequency is changing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so that's why Uranus is the ruling planet right now. You know, every planet has a time that they rule in the sky according to what is, always was, and always will be. It would be like the passing of the torch, if you would say. So the torch is being passed, as they say, right? The torch is being passed. This is, Uranus. Our minds are in our childlike state, which is our Uranus brain, for 40 years, and then we switch over to our Saturn brain, right? And then the Saturn brain would be, this is our, midlife crisis, 44 year marker, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm trying to find it so you can see about it being the ruling planet of the Aquarius sky and its properties, if you would say. 4th of July fireworks, August 2026. Researchers and space scientists, so on and so forth. No, don't want to do that. Magnetic sphere. No, we haven't been past the magnetic sphere, so on and so forth. Don't want to look into that. Well, so much aligned with Saturn on YouTube. What you talking about? That's why I do the studies that I do. That's why I be breaking this shit down because I want to see how many people are in their Saturn mind and how many people are in their Uranus mind. I want to see right now, like, cause I want to understand this shit. Why is our Roman gods named after planets? You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to have a connection, so on and so forth. So I started studying all this shit: Greek mythology, Roman mythology. What is it? Let me understand this, so I can stop being taken advantage of in this life and the next. Let me realize this pattern of human behavior, so I can try to become better than it. Like, I listen, I don't know what the fuck y'all was down here looking for, but we was sent down here on a mission. We was all sent down here on a spiritual mission, not to get caught up in the bullshit down here, but to find out what in the human experience is causing the disruption of our ascension process. That's what the fuck we was supposed to be down here doing, trying to find out what in the human experience is stopping people from wanting to ascend. Ain't nobody want to look into that shit. Huh? Huh? I came down here. I remember the mission. I remember what y'all might say, oh, it's knowledge of old. Yeah, it's old knowledge that we were supposed to refine. And it was in our brain. It was in our adubla abagacha. Well, listen to this. Cause now I'm kind of mad. Because I'm mad that everybody don't want to learn. So I'm upset now. Listen.
Aquarius, Aquarius, Greek, Delta-rho Omicron Chi Omicron, Romanized, Hydrocos, Latin for water bearer, is the 11th astrological sign in the zodiac, originating from the constellation Aquarius. Under the tropical zodiac, the sun is in the Aquarius sign between about January 20th and February 19, 5. Aquarius is one of the three air signs, alongside Gemini and Libra. The ruling planets of Aquarius are Saturn, in traditional astrology alongside Capricorn, and Uranus, in modern astrology. It is the fixed air sign. The opposite sign of Aquarius is Leo. Myth. Edit. The water carrier represented by the constellation Aquarius was
Listen to this
originally
part.
Enki, or Ea, to the ancient Sumerians and Babylonia. In Greek mythology, this figure was interpreted as Ganymede, a beautiful Phrygian youth. Ganymede was the son of Tros, king of Troy. According to Lucian, he was also the son of Dardanus. While tending to his father's flocks on Mount Ida, Ganymede was spotted by Zeus. The king of gods flew down to the mountain in the form of a large bird, whisking Ganymede away to the heavens. Ever since, the boy has served as cupbearer to the gods. Ovid has Orpheus sing the tale in his Metamorphoses.
Now, see, what we're talking about is Babylonian mythology, right? But since we're in the Aquarius sky, you got to look up the water bearer, because the water bearer is what we are under, like in the time of the water bearer, right? That's why it says, follow the man with the fishbowl on his head as a reference to in the time of this new sky. But since dates and times was changed, they try to say Saturn rules the Aquarius sky, but when you look into it, Uranus is the ruling planet of the Aquarius sky. They just changed these dates and times, just like they took out the 16th, the 13th month, which was Sol. They took that out, you know, and this has to do with the water bearer, has to do with the etheric water, the etheric energy that's being poured back into our atmosphere right now, or it's being activated. It's around our light body.
Water carrier, also water seller, is a profession that existed before the advent of centralized water supply systems. 1. A water carrier collected water from a source, a river, a well, water pumps, etc., and transported or carried containers with water to people's homes. After the construction of pipe networks, the profession of water carrier became unnecessary and disappeared. 2. Mevlevi dervish pulling a horse carrying water. In late Qing dynasty Chengdu, there were over 1,000 people who worked as water carriers. They not only performed their official duties, but also helped the elderly and sick who could not take care of themselves with housework. In the 1940s, Chengdu water carriers still went barefoot to show that they go deep
No,
into the
they
river
had
to
a
collect
13th month calendar, but when they had a 10-month calendar, they added, August and July, right? They took out some stuff and then they added August and July. You know what I mean? They added August and July for Augustus Julius Caesar. But if you look at the Ethiopian calendar, they still go by the original 13-month calendar, right? Because everything has to have a complete cycle. By them taking out the 13, the mystery of the 13, 13 being connected to your soul, so on and so forth, right? They messed up the cycle. Thus far, trying to add a leap year in there to correct the cycle every 4 years, according to the Gregorian calendar. You know what I mean? This goes back to the manipulation. This goes back to the variations of manipulation that I keep on speaking about. These are variations of manipulation. Leader and ruler of the Titans, Saturn, also known as Jesus. Saturn means god of seeds, father of the harvest, and or father time. That's what Saturn means. Sheena, Diva, sun god, karma, justice, gives consequences to persons' deeds during life, associated with statue, really punishment, wisdom, ambition, patience, honor. Get your trolling ass out of here trying to create some type of crazy narrative in the comment section and then trying to make somebody jump on you for trying to force somebody to jump on you in the comment section. That's not how we operate over here. You can keep on trying to, tell my mods to do this or talk shit to my mods or whatever. But all my mods know how to conduct themselves in an orderly fashion. So all y'all little tricks and whatever the hell y'all call it, that shit is not gonna work. You might as well cut that shit out. Yeah, you missed the singing. You missed the singing. Dang, you just now missed the singing. Dang. We would, give you a nice old classic of You Don't Have to Be Worth It. But I think we'll get copyright for that. So we can't risk it. We might do it though. We might do it. We might play the song that started it all. We might play the song that made everybody jealous. We might just do it. We'll have to do it in the Discord. I have to do it in the Discord.
As above, so below, is a popular modern paraphrase of the second verse of the Emerald Tablet, a short Hermetic text which first appeared in an Arabic source from the late 8th or early 9th century. 1. The paraphrase is based on one of several existing Latin translations of the Emerald Tablet, in which the second verse appears as follows: frowny face 2. Quod est superius est sicut quod inferius, quod inferius est sicut quod est superius. That which is above is like to that which is below, and that which is below is like to that which is above. The paraphrase is peculiar to this Latin version, and differs from the original Arabic, which reads, from, rather than, like to. Following its use by prominent modern occultists such as Helena P. Blavatsky, 1831–1891, co-founder of the Theosophical Society, and the anonymous author of the Kybalion, often taken to be William W. Atkinson, 1862–1932, a pioneer of the New Thought movement, the paraphrase started to take on a life of its own, becoming an often cited motto in New Age circles. 3.
What song you want me to play? The demon song again? Later on, that phrase became the phrase for the cabal. You know dang on well she didn't take her ass to sleep with all this excitement going on in the black tea sector. Ain't nobody in the black tea sector sleeping right now, scared they might fuck around and miss something. Everybody trying to go live when everybody else going live to try to cipher the numbers. This shit is crazy. Listen, we got them working around the clock right now to try to stop people from venturing or, you know what I'm saying, sneaking into this live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't want nobody to come. Yes, they don't want nobody. They want the narrative. They gotta paint this narrative so tough. All of them working around the clock. They going live. They live together right now. Sean Davy Way and OKP probably live together right now because they don't want people to. Right. They working around the clock. You hear me? They working around the clock for this one. I promise you. Y'all want me to play the? Nah, I don't. We can't play the one song because we don't got the copyrights to it. That shit's gonna get hit real quick. That shit's gonna get hit real quick. Now, Maggie need to just join the Discord. You know what? I'm gonna drop this Discord link one more time, and Maggie and everybody better join the Discord. Not because, oh, I'm stuck in my ways and I don't want to join the Discord. Because I know that it will piss them off to know that we're all in the same Discord. I know it will bother the shit out of them if we was in the Discord. I don't give a fuck what we was watching or doing in the Discord. They would be mad as hell. They would start sending, spies over there. And of course, we are going to block anybody that talks shit about Lady T or Maggie in the Discord. So don't try to think that y'all about to come over there to the Discord and say this about somebody, that about somebody. If they come into our Discord, we keeping them protected in our Discord. So we blocking any other shit that's talking about the people that's coming to our Discord. So that trick, that boat has sailed. Man, you don't want to be in our Discord. Our Discord is the shit. Oh shit! I almost sent y'all the wrong one. almost opened up the door to go back to the old Discord. We don't know. We looking past the craziest.
Ain't a whole lot of demons. A lot of shit we do gonna have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit
in my past and it's cursing me.
I'ma stay right here for this toxic, gonna take breath from me. I'm sipping this hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping.
My little nigga going against the grain and that's just stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the game. He paid the price.
I was young and the rest for the money, my hunger for paper
saved my life. If you want to lick shit, we can get rid of shit. We can get paid tonight, nigga. Everybody want the money, but don't want to go down, down, down.
Gotta think about it.
187. You killed the nigga. You don't know if you gon' go to heaven.
Gotta chalk that shit over real talk. Hey. Fight my demons. So many demons.
Me against these demons. Against these demons. You ain't walking into nothing over here because nobody even know you over here. It's me against these demons. These demons. That's what I keep on trying to say to y'all. Like, nobody even, like, y'all keep on trying to make these stories up around yourselves. Y'all keep on getting in the comment section trying to make these stories up around yourselves. Trying to send messages on TikTok and stuff like that. And that's y'all. Y'all keep doing that. Nobody even know who y'all are or even bothered by y'all. Y'all keep on doing this extra shit. Y'all don't want people to just be comfortable with themselves and be comfortable around everybody. Yeah, you know what I mean? Be comfortable around people. Y'all don't want that. So y'all keep on trying to make everything uncomfortable. Oh, the Discord, I'm not sure about that. That's you. That's a you problem. You stop putting your problems in my Discord trying to, disturb other people. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to be here right now to make it seem like you're walking into something. You don't have to be in this space right now to try to make it seem like you're skeptical and scared or you're worried. You don't have to be here. Yeah. I said join the Discord. You talking about something? I'm good on Discord right now. What? What? I don't even know what I'm walking into. What? What? Like there's a trap. Like somebody's waiting just for you. I don't have no problem with you. I don't even know you. You can't come in and pretend like you have a you can't come in somebody's chat and pretend like somebody have a problem with you. No one has a problem with you. You're trying to use a spell that is in the word to discourage other people from joining the Discord. You know how some people say if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, right? So when I say join the Discord, right, you can choose not to say nothing because technically I'm not even asking you to join the Discord, right? I'm talking to the whole group of people that's in here, right? But you want to make it seem like I'm specifically asking you to join the Discord. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what the problem is? You see what the problem is? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I put you out the Discord when people were being spies. And now you come back and make it seem like I'm asking you to join the Discord. What? Make it make sense. Y'all don't see this person comments that y'all probably got this person blocked. That's why. Y'all probably got this person blocked, and that's why y'all can't see this person's comment. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one in here. It's 16 people in the other channel. You're in one channel. It's probably 16 people in the other channel. You're in one channel. You're in one channel. For some reason, StreamYards keeps duplicating my lives and making 2 lives of the same thing. So you're in one of the channels. It's Melinda 90210. Yeah, like they got 2 little channels going on. They keep on duplicating my live when I go to make a live on Ralph the Wise. So instead of it making 1 live, it makes 2 lives. So for some reason, it got me live on 2 separate pages. Like I don't know why it's doing that, and I don't know how to fix it. I done reached out to YouTube and asked them, reached out to StreamYard and asked them, but the problem's not fixed. I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, that's why I'm confused too. That's why I'm confused too, because I wasn't just talking to you, but okay. I get it now why you think I'm just talking to you. Nah, hell no. I don't even know who you is for you to come back to the Discord. If I blocked you the first time, I probably was under certain suspicions. So I'm probably still under them same suspicions. So I'm good. I'm talking to the 18 people that's in the other room. I don't know. I don't know what you coming with. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the 18 people that's in the other room. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you got confused. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so because I got it on vertical and horizontal, it's making 2 lives. One that's vertical and one that's That's crazy. It's supposed to be making one live, and then you have the option to turn your phone. Nah, I don't. I mean, if you're so skeptical, why are you watching the live? You know what I'm saying? If you're so skeptical, if you're so worried of me, why are you watching it live? I'm cool. I don't care what Vampy got going on. Vampy was another person who came from Blanca, who came from the knot, who tried to come in the Discord and create havoc. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I don't care who got a problem with Vampy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, lady. I don't know who you are. Like you made it. You said you come to say hi. Okay. But when I said join the Discord, you made it seem like I ain't joined the Discord. I don't even know what I just walked in on. Like, what are you talking about? You have the power in your hands to scroll past anybody live. I think this was the same problem that I had before with you, right? Is that you seem to be trying to paint a narrative to where as though someone says something about you so you can play the victim and then tell somebody to fuck off, right? And I'm just that person that's getting that, stick, that fucked up end of the stick today, right? You're really probably mad at somebody else, angry with somebody else, but you come on here and then you find me, and it's like, oh, it's the perfect person to take my anger out on. Like, make that make sense. I'm the host of the live. I can't go anywhere. You actually can scroll past this live and not watch it or pay attention to it. The power is in your hands, you know? So you can't sit there and tell me to go fuck myself. That don't even make sense. You want to talk all nasty to me, and I'm supposed to be nice and respectful to you. And that makes sense? If I'm not mistaken, you're the same person on TikTok that's sending me messages on TikTok talking about some, I made this song for the Atlas family, so on and so forth. So what are you talking about? That's why I say y'all be acting weird. Y'all be yo. I promise you, man. Listen, I cannot make this shit up. Like, I really cannot make this shit up. Do you hear me? I cannot make this shit up at all. Yeah, same freaking picture. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. Yo, y'all are crazy. I promise you, y'all are crazy. Y'all are definitely out of this world. Y'all are crazy. Nina, Melinda, whatever you want to go by. Y'all are crazy. And you from Canada. Y'all are crazy. I'm telling you, listen, these people are out of this world when it comes to this. This is why we will always say the internet is undefeated. This person, personas, it's the energy, it's the entity. I'm telling you, it does not make sense that these people keep on repeating the same thing over and over again to feel relevant, to be relevant, whatever it is. You guys can't tell me it's not weird. And I don't understand how other people are not seeing the patterns of behavior. I know when I keep bringing it up, it's like, why I keep bringing it up? But I want people to see it like that's not weird that they're repeating the same pattern over and over again, hoping for resolve, like hoping for a different outcome. That's not weird. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, you know what? I just got to start a table of unity. Yeah, you start a table of unity. Just you know what I'm saying? What's going to come against it? Start a table of unity. Who's going to come against it? You know what I'm saying? Welcome everybody. Open up the doors for everybody. Who's going to come against it? You know what I mean? Now you got you know these two going live. They put their list together. Trevor Green, Jaguar Wright is 6. Lady Letitia is 9th. Ben, Judge Shady Court, Trim, Loving This, AT2 is 15, right? Trevor Green is number 4, right? You hear their list? Their list is crazy. They just made a whole list just to piss people off. That's all they did was make a whole different list to piss people off and try to give other people. Listen to what I'm saying. They are giving people's destiny to other people. Do you hear me? They are destiny swapping right in front of us and giving people. Trevor Green is not even in the black tea sector, really. He just does content in this sector, right? But how did he end up on their list, right? And who was sharing Trevor Green's video? Who was promoting Trevor Green? Me. Who was pushing Trevor Green out there the most? Me, right? Come on. This is them trying to undermine, someone as a person and make it seem like I'm not relevant. I'm that this is their idea right here to try to make somebody bother or disturbed. You know what I mean? Trevor Green, Trevor Green even acknowledged that he was created over here on Ralph the Wise sect. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to think about that. Trevor Green will even acknowledge, like, shit, you know. So that's funny to me that they would put Trevor Green on the list and put him up there. And that's cool. Like, shout out to Trevor Green. I'm glad you made the list, Trevor Green. Shout out. I told you that you would get recognized for that, for the cartoons. I told you to continue doing the cartoons. I'm glad that you're getting recognition, by the big three. I'm glad, Sean and King Payne is supporting you. I'm glad that they are going to take it serious and probably give you a show and possibly, you're possibly going to have like a nice, little, you know, run with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trevor Green, man. I'm glad that they are giving you some recognition in the black tea sector. Um, yeah. But I'm sorry, Trevor Green, I couldn't do it. I know you said that we could work together if I would put my, feelings for Danny Robinson aside. I can't do it. I'm a man of integrity, so I understand why you don't want to reach back out to me and don't want to work with me. And I get it. You know. Shout outs to you though for getting recognition and everything like that, But I can't do it. I can't kiss Danny Robinson ass to grow on YouTube. If it's a slower, I'll take the slower route. If it's I just can't do it. Like, so I get it, you know. I like it. I like it. That makes me feel good because something that I said, Trevor Green took it and ran with it and made it good, like made it a thing. You know what I'm saying? I already said, yo, we should do a cartoon about Jaguar Wright. I said it, and then Trevor Green did it, right? And now it's getting recognition. So I feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I feel good about that. That we came up with an idea, somebody else used that idea that we came up with, and now they're getting recognition for that idea that we came up with. I feel good about that. So shout out to Trevor Green, man. Y'all make sure y'all go watch, the Trevor Green. But yeah, man. I listen, I never been paying attention to their list. Never was trying to make a list. I'm glad I'm not on the list, you know what I mean? Because then that would make me a part of the sector. So by them not putting me on the list, I feel great because now I know like I'm not part of the sector. That's great. So they count the people that they feel are in that sector. You know what I mean? I'm not in that sector, so I feel great, you know? I told y'all, like, we're the real person that they don't want to mention. We're the real person that they don't want people to see. We're the person that people pretend to be. You know what I mean? We're that person that people pretend to be and then try to make us feel like we're not the shit and we're not, you know what I mean? They pretend to be us. You know what I'm saying? You see them. You see a multitude of them. They will continue to do what it is that they do. I promise you. I promise you. It's all to try to create division. And it's so many people in on it. You know what I'm saying? Longer than that. Think about it. Remember when we first came back? Remember when we first came back over here? A couple months ago when we first popped back up over here, and then they started all doing lives about me again because Jaguar popped up on Magic Panel when I was over there, right? And then they all started doing lives about me again, right? So obviously I'm somewhere, but it's nice to see that I bother people that much that they don't even want to mention me. You know what I mean? That mean I'm like a ghost. That mean I can do what the fuck I want to do, and they're so scared to even mention me. You know what I mean? Like, why they didn't bring the beef my way? Why y'all think they didn't bring the beef this way? Why you think neither one of them said, and Ralph Dawise sitting over there on the panel, so on and so forth? Why you think nobody said that? Why you think none of them said that? Did you hear any of them say, and that MF or Ralph DeWise, they got him sitting over there. They sitting over there with Ralph DeWise. That's who they want to put they say. You hear any of them say that? Do you hear them say that? They know I've been literally making myself present on Maggie's panel, making myself present on Lady T's panel. I've been doing it intentionally. I've been intentionally making myself present, intentionally, just to show people their operation. They are scared of somebody who can actually fucking destroy them with the truth and do it in such a way that they'll make their self look stupid. You know what I mean? They know that I have a way of speaking that, and they don't have no defense for me. They seen what I did with Jaguar and they all was like 11-11. Ooh, 11-11 on the clock. Everybody just be positive right now. Everybody just think positive, think all the good thoughts. 1-1-1-1-1 in the chat, 11-11 in the chat. Everybody just put it in the chat. We got 1 whole minute of nothing but thinking positive. The universe is shining down on us right now. That means the things that we thinking it might come true in the real life, right? In real time. You know what I'm saying? So be positive in this moment. You know what I mean? Yo, listen to me. They know. You didn't hear not one of them say it. Even when the not come up. Even when the not come up. You don't hear the not come up with you this and you that. Da, 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 da. You man, they all already see like, nope, nope. We do not want to fuck with him. This motherfucker will rewrite your future. They all see that. They all see that I have the ability with words to rewrite their future. Do you get what I'm saying? With the power of the tongue. Man, Lady Letitia on the list is crazy. Hey. Lady Letitia on the list is crazy. You know I'm doing witchcraft. It's the oldest shit ever. All you got to do is use the power of your tongue and have good intent. That's it. And you will rearrange everything down here. Everything. That's why y'all don't mention me. That's why y'all don't want no problems with me. I've been sitting on them damn panels for how long? You mentioned that you see Sean Davey and them say anything about me. You see them say anything about me? I done did lives about them. I done talk shit about them. You see them say anything about me? AT2, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself that. Huh? They attacking everybody that's around Lady T, but they ain't saying shit to me. They don't say it to me. They don't play with me. You sit where you eat. You might as well lay in your pee. I don't do much. I just chill up in the middle of the block. Watch my youngest make a killing on the block. Tell them watch trucks who be willing through the block. Get shot, get shut with vein chilling. I don't do much. Yeah, that they know that. They know they don't wanna go to war with a real man. That's why they rather beef with these women or AT2 or beef with you, you know. Yeah, but still, you know, y'all will sit there and y'all will sit there and tear Lady T down. You know what I'm saying? AT2. Look at you, bro. You tearing Lady T down. She supported you at one point, right? You can see somebody going through some shit and you still did that. You still participated in that, my boy. You're supposed to be this, I'm the this of this sector, the that of this sector. You still participating in tearing a black woman down. And y'all supposed to be these y'all supposed to be the representation of what a man is. Make it make sense, my boy. Make any of the shit y'all doing make sense. Make it make sense. You motherfuckers is bickering like hoes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can sit there and apologize. It's about being a bigger person. And a man is always supposed to be a bigger person in a situation. You supposed to have an understanding to know that women are prideful. Women are attached to their feelings and emotions. If you scorn them in public and so on and so forth, that's one of the worst things you can do, right? Women hide so much shit that go on in the home, abusive relationships, so on and so forth, all types of shit that happen to them, right? But they don't like for you to make them look stupid in the public eyes or around their friends. They walk out every day with that makeup on their face, knowing that somebody punched them in their eye or something, and they still fucking, stand strong, right? You should have been like, you know what? You right. I apologize. You should have did that, and then seen if you got an apology back. Listen, if Danny Robinson presented somebody with a chance, and to be frank, there's nothing for me to apologize to Danny Robinson about, right? Danny Robinson tried to paint a picture about something that was going on in my life that my fucking kids was involved in. Do you understand what I'm saying? My fucking kids was involved in a situation. She could have made it public enough to where as though I could have got my kids and shit out of there safely, knowing that my kids was involved. But she decided to side with somebody who literally said on the phone, I know how to get them out of here. I'll walk around them naked. What the fuck? You mean to tell me somebody gonna say they're gonna expose themselves to my kids, and I'm supposed to be cool with the motherfucker that was cool with it and made it seem like I was the no, sir. No, sir. But I'm still willing to be like, okay, admit that you wrong. That beat her. She gotta humble herself. I'm not humbling myself in a situation that got my kids involved. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Morals, standards. It's a thing. Oh my God. Listen to what I'm saying, AT2, right? You apologizing to her, right? Doesn't make sense. So you want her to apologize to you, right? But everybody knows that if she apologized to you, all you're gonna do is be like, yeah, and I'm still not apologizing, right? Right? But you doing content on her at a time that a bunch of other people is attacking her is different. Do you get what I'm saying? She was just rooting for you at one point when y'all was against the jelly person. When y'all was up on Magic panels like 3 weeks ago, she was just going to bat for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was just rocking with each other not too long ago. You know? I never was friends with Danny Robertson before she played that fucking role in my life. I never was cool with Danny Robertson before that. Danny Robertson never kicked it with me or nothing like that. This is somebody who you was cool with, who you kicked it with, why the getting was good when y'all was against the knot, or I guess when it benefited you or whatever, right? I don't have those ties with Danny Robertson, right? So you can't say it's the same thing and I should respect your decision. You're trying to turn an apple into an orange, and that don't make sense, right? You sitting there talking about, oh, somebody who doxed me. Doxing ain't the same of a situation where your kids is involved and people are bringing axes downstairs and so on and so forth. And they got fucking, oompas or noodles of marijuana in a fucking room down there that you don't know about. And you sitting there in a situation trying to help somebody out and get them out of a situation. And then somebody comes along that's on the internet and plays it even fucking worse for you in the situation. No, that's not the same. No, AT2. I said, right? Maybe Danny needs to look into this dude. It seems like he's finding people on the internet and getting them locked up and charges against them. He even did it to this person, which was like some kennel person, right? And I showed the video of him, the dude saying like, this is going to be on YouTube. I'm a content creator on YouTube, right? So I showed the video where he actually got a content creator on YouTube locked up, right? And I was like, shit, maybe this dude is attacking people from YouTube and getting people from YouTube locked up. I said, maybe Danny Robertson need to look into this, right? Remember, even you came over there and said, hey, what is the did you say somebody was attacking YouTubers, so on and so forth, right? At that time, even you came to my live and was like, yo, you said people attacking YouTube and da 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 da. So now you trying to act like, I called on the Avengers, so on and so forth. No, I remember the situation very clearly, right? I remember the situation very clearly. You remember the situation very clearly. You remember how y'all try to paint a narrative and try to make it seem like, oh, sounds like a landlord-tenant situation to me. Yep, sounds like a landlord-tenant situation. And I never was in a landlord-tenant situation. There was never no paperwork with my name on nothing, right? And y'all keep on failing to bring up the lady that was actually involved, which was Shar and Levi. So why the fuck is you up here now trying to paint a different narrative like we all wasn't there for the story? That's what I don't like about y'all in this sector. Y'all so pussy. Y'all can't stand on y'all own. Y'all don't have no real fucking merits. Y'all run with whatever storyline Danny Robertson say run with, like y'all got y'all fucking head up her ass. No, I literally said maybe Danny Robertson. I said this guy seems like the type of person Danny Robertson would do a live about. Maybe she should look into Freeman and the situation that took place with this trafficker from Florida. The situation that I showed, the situation that she told if anybody else they show, she's gonna report their page because she's got permission from Freeman to report their page if they show his live from Facebook. Do I have to show it again? What is we talking about here? I said this is the type of person Danny Robinson needs to do a live about because she seems like she advocate for this type of shit. Look into him. You not listening? You not listening? Why you keep on trying to keep on making it seem like, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Are you looking for brownie points? Like what you matter of fact, look, I'm gonna drop the link and you can come up and have this conversation. Cause y'all be like fucking comment section. Y'all really like be trying to hide behind keyboards, man. You no. I think you playing. Soul Sparks, Soul Sparkles, you can come up too. Shar, you can come up too if you would like. You can come up too if you like. Because they didn't play with me. They played on you and then try to paint your situation to be my situation. And if I'm not mistaken, you know what I mean? And now the Knot's talking about something he's gonna do a live with Levi or Levi's mom. You know, so you being Levi's mom, I think you might, and you being a part of that Freeman's Farm situation, I think you have the right to speak too about everything. You know, I mean, if they want to keep on bringing it back up and making it seem like, you know, I did this and I did that, I think, you know, we might as well bring the people up that's involved, you know? Hello. How are you?
Good. I'm driving.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yeah. How's Levi?
He's great. I just talked to him today.
Okay. Just checking. Yeah, you know, so as you can see, they keep on bringing up this whole situation that Danny Robinson keeps on trying to tie me to or keep harassing me about, however you want to look at it, you know. And it's fucked up, but you know, it is what it is. And you see, like people are bringing up Levi again, and I apologize about that, you know. But you see, you know, this is what I be talking about, you know. AT2 has a chance to come up and find out the truth, but he's not hitting the link. He got a chance to come up, ask you all the questions that can be asked about the situation that they keep on trying to bring up, but they won't do that. They won't do that.
None of them have interviewed me. Not one. Not one. Or Levi.
That's funny. That's funny because they keep on trying to, you know, bring this situation up over here in this sector. You know what I mean? They keep on trying to, you know, make it seem like, oh, you know, and he did this and he did that and you know. And I mean, you just seen him in the comment section, you know, saying, you know, whatever he wanted to say about the situation. But then when I drop the link and say, okay, well, let's discuss it, he
No, it's
don't
because
hit
they
the
all
link.
work together. They all work together. We know this already. So we already know
They
that.
don't hit
We
the
already
link.
know.
They don't hit
I
the
already
link,
know
you
your
know.
little leader, and we already know. We already know all that. So we got you.
You don't need to have a conversation with me, right? You're bringing up a situation, right? That Shar was involved. Remember, they dragged Shar through hell, right? Remember, as soon as we got her stuff out, we left, right? We were in Ohio. We were doing other shit. Y'all try to make it seem like we don't know what Ralph the Wise is up to, as y'all still try to make it seem like we're doing updates on Freeman and Shar is gone. Like, and she's not even a content creator. So y'all tried to, do a bunch of shit, or Danny Robinson tried to do a bunch of shit to Shar. Remember? That's how Snoopy got involved because she was mad at Maggie because Maggie didn't want to dock Shar. Remember? I know you're acting like you haven't. That's why I'm giving you a chance to come up and ask the questions to Shar because y'all all seem to try to make it seem like this person who got exploited on here because y'all didn't like me, right? And y'all dragged the whole situation and scenario out about Freeman and made it seem like I was in some type of agreement with Freeman, that I was in a landlord tenant situation or squatting situation with Freeman, right? When that never was the case. But y'all keep on trying to repeat the lie louder than the truth, like that made y'all right. And now that you have an opportunity to talk to Shar, the actual person who life y'all exploited to try to make it seem like I was a fucked up character, now you don't think I'm ready for the conversation.
Like we
Thought
haven't
we was
been
looking
talking
for
about it the whole
clarity,
time.
truth. I Yeah, I thought we was looking for clarity or truth. I didn't know you was talking, or you're not ready for that type of conversation with me. Listen, I'm looking for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Snoopy wanted Maggie to dock Shar because I guess they had put it together that Shar was actually Kelly or whatever the name was, right?
Snoopy.
So, you know, yeah, Snoopy. Snoopy was um Laura Kelly or whatever, right? So I
Right.
guess Snoopy wanted Maggie to dock Shar, and then Maggie wouldn't do it. So then Snoopy started doing content on Maggie, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, see what Blueberry said. Snoopy wanted me to go all in on a Snoop on Ralph and Shar thing. See, so it's like in my mind is like y'all have an opportunity right here to clear up everything that y'all want to clear up, but nobody's gonna come clear it up. You know why? Because they already painted this lie so big. Now their pride and ego won't allow them to come and stand in the light. That's the problem. They don't want to go stand in the light, you know? Yeah, opportunities given for them to get some clarity about a situation that they kind of, all carried out in a sense of building content and storylines over here. And now they don't want to, you know, find out the end. Like, who creates a storyline but don't give you the end of it? Huh? What type of books are y'all writing over here in this sector? You creating storylines, but it's a never ending storyline. Like, this is the moment y'all been waiting for, right? To find out the end, but you don't want to hit the link today. Today, I'm not ready for the conversation. No, it seems like you're projecting and you're the one that's not ready for the conversation. You know? It seems like you're projecting and you're the one that's not ready for the conversation, right? But you had a chance to hit the link and find out all the things that you wanted to find out. I mean, the knot literally said that he was going to talk to Levi's mom. So I figured, shit, why not just bring Levi's mom up now so that way y'all can get the conversation out? So AT2, you had a chance to talk to Levi's mom first, you know? Because apparently she's going to do a live with the knot, or is the knot going to try to find some made up person? You know what I'm saying? Thinking that I wasn't still in touch with the person, he was gonna find some made up person and do a live and make it seem like he got in touch with Levi's mom and so on and so forth. And then y'all was gonna like like what was gonna happen from all of this? Like, please, someone help me understand this. When I say we are 20 steps ahead, I've been 20 steps ahead of all of y'all bullshit.
Listen, please stop saying my
Exactly.
son's name, AT2. You don't have to say his name. You could just leave it, as me, Shar. You don't have to keep putting him out there.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. You're bringing up the situation, right, of Danny Robinson, right? You're bringing up the situation of Danny Robinson. Danny Robinson didn't put me through nothing, right? Danny Robinson put this lady through a bunch of shit.
Me
Do you get what I'm
and my
saying?
son.
So, exactly. So, if you want to get to the bottom of that, then I was trying to give you an opportunity to talk to the person that Danny Robinson actually did the unjustice shit to. You get what I'm saying? You keep on trying to make it seem like I got, oh, well, you see, you should feel the same way about it. Da 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 da. Right? Me and mine was good. We got I maneuvered to be very well to get mine to safety. You know what I mean?
And you know what, AT2, it doesn't really matter about what we asked her to look into, because it didn't have anything to do with me or my son. It had to do with the landlord. But instead of looking at the landlord, she looked at us. And then actual real life crap started to happen. Like CPS showed up at my house, and adult protective services came, and animal control. That's real life shit. That's not the internet.
And they were
And
telling
you
people that she was the one that was mistreating Freeman, and they thought that she was Freeman's caregiver, and that all these people were calling saying that she was mistreating him, and that where adult protective services came in, right? But then she had
Mhm.
to explain to them that she's not his caregiver, and so on and so forth, in order for them to drop the fucking case.
To be
But to
fair,
y'all,
Maria,
it
the
was
first
just
person,
a storyline.
sorry, Danette wasn't the first person to say it though. Danny Robertson was the first person to say it. And then she had all of her little minions saying it. And then now Danette, being one of her little backup puppets, is saying it. Just like all the other backup puppets that y'all hang out with. Sorry. I get a little upset when I start talking about
No,
this
you're
stuff.
good. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'm just saying, if they want the truth,
Yeah.
the truth is available, right? But it's never been about the truth. It's always been about the false narrative that they wanted to spin.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
AT2 cannot come up here because he don't have permission to come up here. You know?
That's right. He's
All
got
these
to
people
ask
got to
his
have
mommy.
permission to be appear, like, because they're gonna say, "Oh, you was up on his panel. Oh, okay, okay, you sitting with the enemy. Okay, okay, you're exiled. You voted off the island." you know. Now pride and ego might make him operate and pop his head up here like, let's be clear, ain't nobody in control of me. I'm in control of mine, but that'll just be the operation of pride and ego. If he really wanted the truth, he would have hit the link to try to find out the truth. You know what I mean? But this is the problem in this sector. They have been so caught up with controversy sell and trying to make this almighty dollar that they forgot the truth. They not really on here looking for the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, he didn't want you live.
Obviously, see, that's how I know you don't watch my live, AT2. That's how I know you don't watch my live. That's how I know you don't be watching me, AT2. The thing is,
Um, these are all things you could say with your voice, AT2. It's a lot of reading.
AT2. Aw. You think that you're gonna come up and curse me? You don't think I have a decorum? You don't think I have a, you know what I mean? You honestly think that if you so you must want to come up and curse me then. That's what the truth is. I haven't cursed or I have what are you talking about? What are you talking about, AT2? You guys are the one that does the whole, cursing, yelling, loud banter, this is my sector, and then y'all smile and cheese about it. You know what I mean? Y'all do that. Stop trying to make it seem like you stop trying to make it seem like I be a part of the rhetorics. You know what I mean? Like I think, I am the least when it comes to cursing, like you don't like I show y'all that I'm with the shit. Yeah. That's because I know how y'all work. Kindness is always taken for weakness. So if I play, passive, y'all will continue to be aggressive. I get that. Y'all like to see people say, nah, I'm cool because y'all like to try to, continue to attack them. I get it. But nah, come on, my boy. You know damn well you ain't trying to find out the truth of no situation. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never been really interested in the truth. Y'all never really been interested in Levi's safety or how Levi was really doing or none of that shit. Y'all ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. Y'all ain't care.
It's been a
That
year.
wasn't in the script. Yeah, but it wasn't in the script for them to care. You know what I mean? It wasn't in their script for them to care. You know?
I just mean
Whatever,
like
like whatever.
they dragging
Go
shit
ahead.
up from a year ago. What is there nothing else to talk about? Like they got to bring up this shit.
Yeah, because it's not that. It's like that's all they really have on me. Is the
Right.
situation that they put you through. That's all they have on me. So it's like if they can't say like this or that. They you know what I mean. They can't say, oh, we're gonna call your baby mothers. They can't say, we're getting in good touch with your parole officer. Like they have
Yeah.
nothing. You know what I mean? So this is what they tried to bring up. 'Cause they don't have anything else. They don't have any situations with me with kids. I'm not an edophile. I don't have any domestic violences. Like they literally have fucking nothing at all. They already did the whole, oh, we showed his background. We showed that he sold substances at one point, or this, robbery that he had. Oh, you know,
Mhm.
that ain't got nothing to do with kids. That ain't got nothing to do with women. They don't have nothing else, you know what I mean? They try to do the whole she paint thing where she, gave up the money for the car. Well, actually, she said, I'm going to pay you to help me build a website for my painting, so on and so forth, because she liked what we did with the clothing and putting her paintings on cups and stuff like that. So she liked that. So she wanted me to help, manage her page and help her build a page. So she was like, here's a, a advance payment on that. And then she decided, like, after she got back with the knot, after the Diddy thing or before the Diddy thing, whatever, whenever the knot came crawling back, I guess the ultimatum was delete everything, connected to him and so on and so forth. And next, everything was deleted. Instagram gone, Facebook gone. Well, okay, where the fuck? And that's when I knew the narrative has changed, right? So, you know, and then all the other situations that came out of the Discord, other people are mad because I let somebody voice their opinion in the Discord. You were just in there letting women fight in the Discord. If I would have broke it up or did anything, y'all would have said I was controlling. So I was damned if I do and damned if I don't. You know what I mean? And the whole situation was really Char's situation, but y'all kept on trying to make it seem like she didn't exist in the whole equation of the situation. Danny Robinson over there talking about something. It sounds like this, and doing episodes on Char. Even Trevor Green got in on it and did some cartoons about it on Char and shit. The farm situation, so on and so forth. Go look at it. You know what I'm saying? But nobody never. I said, okay, if Danny Robinson did an interview with Freeman on the phone, just call Freeman, so on and so forth. Why she didn't give Char that same space? Danny Robinson sent somebody out there to try to do a interview with Levi when Levi was out there by himself. Try to get an interview with Levi.
Not
Got
just somebody,
Freeman to do a recording.
Ralph. He wasn't
Go
just
ahead.
somebody. He was a drug addict and was using substances at the time that he came down to do the interview.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like AT2 want to talk about some. Why did you asked Danny Robinson to look into it? I said that this is the type of person that Danny Robinson talks about. Alleged at that time, I thought Danny Robinson was advocating for victims, with him having that storyline about the girl that he saved from trafficking in Florida, so on and so forth. And it seemed like Freeman had something else going on with the Gibbs situation, and I forget the lady's name at the time, but that's why I was like, ain't this the type of stuff Danny Robinson do? This the type of people that she advocate for? I said, shit, Danny Robinson need to look into him. But then Danny Robinson said that anybody who shows Freeman's content from Facebook, she was going to strike their channel. That shit struck me as odd that this person who says that they advocate for people was telling people if they expose Freeman and his criminal record and his history and everything like that, that she was going to strike their channel. And y'all don't find that weird that she wanted her narrative to be the truth so bad that she said, anybody who exposes Freeman, I'm going to strike y'all channel. And they all fell in line. All of y'all fell in line. All of y'all are pussy. Don't get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I stand and hold my own. Y'all allow her to create the narrative, and if y'all don't go with it, y'all get in trouble. My mom is in heaven. Her energy has returned to the sky. And ain't nobody about to play no mother may I over here. We ain't about to play with mother may I over here. No, I said look listen to what I'm saying, AT2. I never befriended Lady T, right? I never took a notion to understand Lady T's mental status or anything like that, right? If I did, I would never bring her situation to a public platform, right? Right? Think about it. The whole reason why Shar and Levi I never did a live with Shar and Levi. Well, I did do a live with Shar, but I think we left Levi out of it or something. Or no, I
Yeah.
think that was just the Discord. I'm not sure. It was either the
Oh no,
Discord or something, but
Levi was there. Levi was there, but he's not social. So
right. Social cues.
he was
He's
just
off
answering
on
yes or
social
no
cues.
questions. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I never tried to tear down the mindset of Shar's character or Levi's character, despite the situation that we were in, right? I never said, even when people in the chat was like, oh, Shar might have had something to do with it, so on and so forth, da 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 da, so on and so forth, right? Knowing everything that was going on, I still wouldn't have put that on them, right? But you got to know somebody and you had a chance to deal with her mental with care, and for the sake of your feelings and fucking emotions, you played a role in tearing that person down, and you don't feel no empathy or nothing from it. That's why I'm saying that's weird to me. You want to sit
Right.
here and say that when you cursed me and Maggie on a panel, you felt bad about it, but you're neglecting to take on the fact of Lady T's, feelings and emotions when you got to know Lady T. I didn't get to know Lady T, and then, you know, I got to know Golden, and then I did a live about Golden. And what did I do? Apologize, right? So that way y'all can't say that I operate how y'all operate. I'm not a fucked up individual like that. You see a difference, AT2? It's called integrity. Some of us have it, some of us don't. It's called
Absolutely
tenacity.
true.
Y'all gotta
Where'd he
wait and
go?
get permission. Oh, he's still there. He's just thinking of something to say. Or, trying to chat GTP something to say. He probably sitting there like, you know what? I'm about to say something real motherfucking intellectual in this bitch. Chat GPT,
The-
give me something intellectual to say. Like Chris on Rock and shit. Like Chris on Rock. Give me some inspiring words for these motherfuckers. For real. He trying to chat GPT, trying to chat GTP some intelligent shit. I promise you.
That's why he can't come up because he gotta respond that way.
He knows it's two different situations. That's why they like to do shit like that. Instead of, this is one way that you know, try to take away from accountability, right? They always use this method, right? It's like when you say, stop the violence and increase the peace, somebody who's, against it, they'll say something like, well, black people are killing themselves, so I don't understand why they worried about other people killing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that shit. You know what I'm
What?
saying? It's that shit. Like, how when people say, like, police violence and stuff like that, people, talk about police violence, right? But then you got that person that be like, well, they're out there killing themselves, so why are they worried about other people killing them? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't take away the accountability of somebody fucking unaliving somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what they do.
Yeah.
Is like they duck this shit. Like, they duck accountability, and their way of doing it is say, well, why don't you answer this question? You know what I mean? And like, no, that's two different scenarios. That's two different situations. That's two different, one has nothing to do with the other. But instead of them addressing the situation that they're involved in, they'll rather not address the situation that they're involved in, but try to make you address something that you're involved in because they think that you're not willing to address it. But then once you show them that you're willing to address it, then the goal change. Then it's, I don't think you're ready to have a conversation with me. Like, what? I just dropped the link 2 times to have a conversation with you. You know what I mean? Unless you're just gonna run to your panel and try to make it seem like I was chasing clout and wanted you to come up on my panel. I don't know, because you got, y'all all have this way of, trying to go to y'all own space and create the narrative y'all way. You know what I mean? Y'all like to do stuff like that, or just don't mention that at all. The best thing to do is just not mention it at all. Act like this moment didn't exist. That's probably the best thing. This is why I say y'all all seem scared to have a conversation with me. Am I on the do not disturb list? Motherfuckers put me on a do not disturb list. Huh? That's how I know y'all be having secret
You're
meetings
afraid of
and
what you
shit.
pull out.
That's how I know. Yeah, that's how I know y'all be having secret meetings and shit. Old secret squirrel meetings and shit.
Squirrel.
For real, man. They gotta be having secret squirrel meetings. They all operate the same, you know?
I hope that Trevor Green is listening and makes a cartoon out of some of the things you say. I want to see their squirrel
Nah,
meeting.
Trevor Green. Trevor
Mm-hmm.
Green is not making content about me, right? He's making content about Jag. It just so happens I had some of the greater interactions with Jag, you know what I mean? Trevor Green already told me, he already told me, like, man, I want to work with you, but, you got to let off of Danny Robinson. And I was like, no, fuck that. I ain't doing that. So I respect Trevor Green, and his position and everything. So, shout out to Trevor Green. Keep on doing your content. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing you. You growing. Apparently another one of my intellectual properties are about to get stolen because if Sean Davy Way and OKP is trying to support Trevor Green, then most likely they're going to try to push to try to, put it into like the network, like we said, the cartoon, making the cartoon about the Black tea sector, so on and so forth. So yeah, it's about to happen. That's all they do is take people intellectual properties, give it to somebody else, and the other person get credit for it, and you sitting there like, damn, that was my idea. But I ain't a hater about people who, you know what I'm saying, take my ideas. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they
Right.
felt it was good enough to,
Use it.
piggyback off of. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was good enough to
You
piggyback off.
inspired
So
them. Yeah.
shout out to Trevor Green.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes, and I do believe that he
Trevor.
is a Danny friend. I do believe that to be true, for sure. But I think that's clever. You know what I mean? Like strategic. Because I know who he is, like all the way who he is, and he's in a position where he could benefit from that. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta cut me off
He's a
to
chameleon,
grow,
yeah.
then shit, cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Cut me off. If you gotta cut me off to grow, cut me off. Shit, and don't let me stop nobody growth. You know what I'm saying? I would never want to be the reason. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, lines in the sand, whatever you want to call it. You know, so shit. I ain't mad. Yeah, we rock with Trevor Green. We ain't gonna stop rocking with Trevor Green because
He
he,
is good.
getting support from
And
them.
he's
Like
funny.
we still gonna rock with Trevor Green. Remember, we played Trevor Green cartoon over here. We played his whole we played the what you call 'em first. Like we literally played the awards and everything. Like we play his content over here. What we talking about? You know? They know we play his content over here. That's why they mention him. That's how he got boosted up on the list. You know what I'm saying? We've been how long we've been playing the biggest lie Jackie has ever told is when she said, like, come on, we've been playing that for what, like 3, 4 weeks now? Since he started, since it, you know, since it came out. We've been playing it, you know. But like I said, AT2, you had a chance, man. You wanted to bring up the situation, trying to make it seem like, oh, Lady T's situation is just like your and Danny Robinson's situation. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if Danny Robinson, well, first, Danny Robinson would have to apologize to Shar. I don't give a fuck about what she said about me. I truly don't. Like, I would be like, okay, all right, now that you apologize to Shar, all right, I apologize. I don't give a fuck. I don't got no
Yeah.
problem humbling myself, you know. But
An apology would be
I just
okay with you. I
no,
I
no,
don't
no. I
I
mean, you
I kind of feel a little differently about that. So,
I can't
uh,
do anything. Like my hands is tied as far as everything goes. You know what I'm saying? Pushing
I
paperwork
have
and everything like that.
oh,
Remember, they didn't put my name on none of
oh,
the paperwork. None of my name is not
oh,
on anything. Like so, even when I tried to get the stuff from the police, they didn't put my name on it. So I can't push the Mario button too tough with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can continue to push the Mario button, and I back you 100%. But my name's not on the paperwork to push the Mario button. That would be something you and Levi would have to do.
right.
They knew to keep my name off the paperwork. That's why they didn't. That's why they was. You know what I mean? They knew to keep my name because I was going to push that shit all, everywhere. Like what? Fuck no. Let me get that. I need that. I'll go subpoena the court my damn self. I'll go get the 3 copies, send one out this way, that way, and the third. Exhort all of my resources like I'm supposed to, and then I would subpoena the court. I would send the copy out to all parties that I thought was involved, and I would have subpoenaed the motherfucking court and hope that somebody picked it up pro bono. Yep. There's one thing about me, I ain't no dumb nigga. I mean, excuse my language, but I ain't dumb. That one thing I'm not.
No, it's not.
Shit, if my name, as soon as my name would have been on that paperwork, I would have been like, let me get 21 copies of this shit. 21 copies, yup.
But they made it
Gotta
really
send that
hard
shit
for
out.
us to get it. It wasn't like it was easy to get. Like I had to submit a Freedom of Information Act request, and they denied it like 3 times before somebody told me how I had to word it in order for them to give it to me. So it wasn't like it was easy to get either.
No, I
And I
know
don't
all
I
that.
don't
I
think
mean, you
that
even think about it, like,
I think that was
remember,
the
like,
purpose.
even with like with the animal shelter thing, like, from them doing lives and stuff like that, and they called about it. Like that's why I say like they take the personal information. So they listen to what you saying and what you talking about, or me. Like say if I was doing lives about it back then, right? They were listening to what we were saying about, you know, the animals being there and so on and so forth. And then their group, their fans, whatever you want to call it, they would then call in and make a bunch of phone calls. You get what I'm saying? Like when Danny
Right.
Robinson called Rex, right? When Danny Robinson called Rex, that's where I'm at now, right? But when
Mhm.
Danny Robinson called him back then, she was trying to paint the story like I was running around, you know what I'm saying, taking people's property, and I be, you know, he better be on the lookout for me, and so on and so forth. Remember? So she
Mhm.
didn't just leave it at the Freeman situation. She tried to call a future endeavor to try to tamper with that, right? And then one as far as flirting with Rex, talking about something. Oh, I might call him back. He sounded like he looked good. Remember?
Right.
But this is the way
Yep.
that they operate, and they try to make it seem like that's not their operation. They do fuck shit and try to justify the fuck shit that they doing, and then somebody else gotta apologize to them. Like I never did anything to Danny Robinson, so therefore I don't owe her an apology. She's the one that owes the apologies and a lot more shit because they wanted content. The same thing they doing with Lady T. They intervene with my
Mhm.
real physical life for content
Yep.
and then try to make me crash out about it for more content. And y'all think that shit normal? Y'all don't see the patterns of behavior? Why you think I keep pointing it out? Damn, Carl, you was doing the same thing in the Discord and you did the same. Why you think I keep pointing it out? And then he says he's involved with who? Snoopy. Oh, you mean the same person who was trying to get people to find out information about me and Shar? Oh, wow. That's crazy. Right?
Mhm.
And then my thing is like, if anybody wanted to have a conversation with Shar, why didn't they contact her?
Yep. It's not like I've been hiding. I've been kind of like talking a lot of shit just to get somebody to even listen to what the it I cannot like tell you how unbelievably like frustrating it is to go through something like that and have nobody believe you or do anything about it and have nowhere to go to get help because it's on the internet and this person is a freaking ghost or whatever. So, um, and then the other people that are fighting with her don't trust anybody to like join up with you because they've been, you know, whatever this industry, whatever this is, it's y'all can have it. All right, you can have it. I'm gonna go back to TikTok and make my little videos where I like to be happy and peaceful and loving. Do my little tarot readings.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they wanted to try to, you know, put a stain on me so bad that they intervened with your life and did all these lives about you. And oh, update on Shar, but never tried to talk to you. Never tried to do an interview with you. She did 2 interviews, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3 with Freeman. Two interviews with Freeman. And then told everybody on YouTube, if y'all show anything from Freeman's Facebook, he gave me the right to strike y'all. Damn. and everybody listened. I was shocked. I was like, surely somebody's gonna have discernment and be like, well, look, it looks to me like this. None of them did. Nobody. Yeah, ask Maggie. She told Maggie if she plays Freeman's content, she's gonna strike her page. That's why that's why nobody never played Freeman's content from his Facebook. Because she said if they played it, they was gonna strike her page. She was gonna strike her page. Yeah, she was gonna strike people's page for cowboy dude.
You think they're related, Tanika? Hmm. Interesting.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Huh.
It's in Michigan
Interesting.
too.
I have
In
a
Michigan.
theory, but I'm not giving my theories away because I am going to write a motherfucking book. Like, I'm going to get something out of this shit. Ralph just said shush. Hmm.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. This shit is weird. And y'all
Mm.
is not trying to y'all are just not trying to acknowledge it. How weird it is that this dude is making fentanyl lace marijuana in his basement, and y'all worried about what the fuck. Like, yo, the bigger story went right over y'all head. The bigger story went right
I
over
mean, it
y'all
could have
head,
been
and y'all
huge,
settled
like
for
so big. It's
the
so
bigger
freaking
story went
deep.
right over their
Like,
head,
okay,
and they
we should
settled
take
out
advantage of
for
that. We should take advantage of that.
That's what's so weird to me. Like, fuck the 2 a.m., cop trips and everything like that. Forget all of that, right? I mean, that could have been a part of the story too, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the bigger story was like what was really going on there. You know what I'm saying? His brother
Hmm.
overdosing on fentanyl based marijuana, so on and so forth. All the like the shit.
The missing girl.
Yeah, the missing girl part, everything. Like like Danny Robertson overlooked all of that to try to make it look like I was a squatter. She overlooked all of that
I
shit
know
to try to
how
make
to
it look
make
like
you
I was
look
a squatter.
bad.
I was like, what the
What the?
fuck just happened? I was like, what
Yes,
just
yeah.
happened? She
Missing
looked
girl.
over the missing
Uh-huh.
girl. She
You
looked
got
over the
you.
drug, the Uggs that was in the basement. She looked over these people that was connected with distribution of Rock Nation music or whatever,
Uh-huh.
coming in there to take the safe out of there, right? She looked over all of that shit and was like, he's a squatter. I was like, what the fuck? She looked over the police possibly being involved. She looked over
Uh-huh.
all of this shit.
Better than a Netflix series. I know, Amy, right? I'm telling you, we have to Tubi this crap. Okay, we are copywriting this story. This is our crazy story, and we tell it because it's true and it happened, and it's unbelievable and horrible. The
What is the
missing girl's
name? What's
name
her
is Meg.
name? Oh, Meg.
Meg.
Meg Gibbs.
Meg. Yeah.
Meg
Yep.
Gibbs. And he literally texted me from her phone because the police was looking for her phone and he never let them in to find her phone. And he literally
Right.
texts like from her Facebook because we was trying to contact her on Facebook. He texts from Messenger. And then when I was like, say we know it's you, Freeman, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Did they find her? Is she okay? No, they did not find her. I got a really creepy text from a rando person that deleted their account after they sent the message, because when I got it, it said user deleted. And it was like a whole bunch of really creepy stuff. And it was like, don't trust anybody in the family. These things really happened. She isn't the only one. There's others. It was like very, and I was like, I was halfway between like not believing the text to be real because I thought somebody was trying to scare me, and then being like, oh my gosh, well, what if it's real? So yeah.
And she said nobody could play his content or she gonna strike them. Make that make sense. The bigger story was right there.
And he was like documenting everything himself on his Facebook because
He
he
was
wanted to
showing the
be
shit on his
famous.
Facebook, showing his exploitation of these people who he had coming in his house. It was like 3 people from January to the time that we got there. Like he was pulling different
We
people in.
told so many people. We told so many people. We tried to get
Yeah, we told the
lawyers. We
police.
tried
The
to get
police came out
we
there. We called
we have
the
video of it.
news for we called the news. Yeah, we did all of that shit. That's why I was like, shit, this is a story that Danny Robinson should do, but she decided to like, okay, motherfucker, like she decided to she flip my dip me. Tried to flip my dip me, you know, and did an interview with Freeman and told Freeman that she was going to help him sell the property and all types of shit, if I'm not mistaken. Made promises to Freeman.
Yeah.
You know, if you get him off your property, I'll do X, Y, Z. Yeah. So where's your son? She just said her son is fine, motherfucker. Fuck you talking about? So where's your son?
And
Just say he's fine.
comments are weird tonight. What is going on with you?
That's not our comments weird. That's the same person. She gonna go crazy. She gonna all caps in a minute and tell everybody to shut the fuck up, and then she gonna tell one of the
Well,
mods, "I know you want to block me. Go ahead and block me." She been doing this shit
it's
all
so
night.
weird. I don't understand none of her messages. It's I'm trying to, but you
You know, all you
do?
can do is laugh it off
You
now.
do?
Be out of the situation.
Wait, maybe she part of it. I know the whole property
She
and
do
history.
not know the whole property and history.
Tell
She
us,
does
Nick,
not.
what is it? I want to
She
know. Come
does
on.
not know no
What?
property and
Maybe
history.
she does.
Look. Okay. Okay. All right. What's the address?
Yeah, tell us.
What's the address?
Hmm. I know the whole thing.
I'm telling you, she was making herself relevant on it. I'm telling you.
It's bedtime. Don't say it all. Yeah, I know we should keep some of it for our movie, our
Give a
TV
snip.
movie. What is that? I don't know what that is.
She don't even know the address. She just want to make herself relevant. I'm telling you. They all do the same thing. Weird.
Cults missing people a lot. Freeman. Oh, you know him? Oh,
No.
please tell me if you know him.
Oh my goodness. You still keep on. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm feeding it. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm
Keep on
entertaining
feeding
myself.
into this person.
All right.
Like, that's
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
No, you open the door. All she gonna do is curse you out. She gonna
All
flip it
right.
on you. You're like, oh, you think this is fucking funny? This is not fucking funny. You're gonna have to
Okay,
fucking block
well,
me
go
now.
there then. Yes,
Just tell
she
us the
is.
address in the comment
Maggie,
section
thank you,
then. Just tell us the
Maggie.
address.
Maggie, come to the rescue.
Just tell us the address in the
Baiting
comment
you.
section. That's all you gotta do is tell us the address in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? That's all Tika
You
Von
been
telling you. She's
there?
just baiting you. I'm telling you, they didn't want the truth out about that. They thought that narrative was
Nope.
going to be able to stick. They're not talking about something he's got somebody that, or he's going to contact you. I think they were going to come up with a fake person and then just act like they contact you. And then, you know what I mean? That's what I think he was going to do. That's what I think he was
Yeah.
going to do. Like, oh, I'm going to contact Levi's mom. Okay, do it. Exactly, Amy. Let them operate
Yes.
how they operate. We operate how we operate. We
Hmm.
always been doing that. We always been letting them do what the fuck they do. Create narratives, create stories, talk y'all shit. Like we've been letting them do that. And we've been operating how we operate. And they just mad that the shit that they putting out there don't stick. That's why none of them wants to mention. They like, nah, he got receipts, he come with proof. You know what I'm saying?
I have lots and lots of proof. Lots.
Wait, I'm a little. I come in peace. Oh, now you trying to act like you ain't never been here before. Get your. Uh, that wasn't the real Maggie.
Oh, wasn't.
No, that wasn't the real Maggie. Let's say Maggie the Bad
Oh,
Owls. Maggie do come over here though.
I thought it was her. See, I don't hang out here.
That's what we wanted to know. Where was the missing girl at? That's why I thought that it would be something that. Never mind. I've been saying the same thing. Like, damn, how did they overlook this bigger story right here? You know, Freeman was the bigger story. Exposing Freeman, like the fuck? He sells meat to somebody who is connected to Rock Nation's distribution team, or I guess that he's an artist that Rock Nation distributes music for, or some shit. I don't even know. Like, but the dude is an artist, like a lower level artist to Rock Nation. And that too, Freeman had come over the house to try to scare me and my son and Shar and her son and everything like that. And then Danny Robinson tried to be like, he's pulling a Jaguar. He's saying Rock Nation is after him. No, I showed you that this dude has a distribution deal with Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or I showed you that he had connections to Rock Nation. I didn't know it was a distribution deal. She said it was. She was like, he's not connected to Rock Nation. He just got a distribution deal with Rock Nation. I said, damn, how'd you know so much in such short amount of time? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like
Uh-huh.
I'm reporting this shit the day that it's happening or the next day that it's happening. He's like 3
Right.
days after that, she's like, he don't have no deal with Rock Nation. He just they just distribute his music. I'm like, how the fuck did you find out about this dude's it just was too, because clearly on his Instagram and his Facebook, the dude is saying shout out to Rock Nation, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Yeah, she said they got a
Mhm.
distribution deal. She was like, he's not signed to Rock Nation. He has a distribution deal with Rock Nation. That means he's fucking signed to Rock Nation. If they say that they're going to distribute his music, he's literally got fucking pictures and videos that dude is doing with Rock Nation. That means they're connected. I said that he's connected to Rock Nation.
Mhm.
She's like, he's not connected to Rock Nation. He just has a distribution deal. I was like, what the fuck is the difference? But nobody wanted to pick up on that. Not AT2, not OKP. Nobody wanted to show the live where I'm showing this dude's face and showing his Facebook and Instagram where he's showing that he's giving thanks to Rock Nation. Because I did a live and I'm like, what the fuck is this? If Freeman got people like this that he can get to come pick up meat or come here to scare people, because the dude had a bunch of young people with him, like all of them was like 17, you know what I mean? These was young kids, you know what I mean? And I was like, what the fuck? So when I looked into the dude, because I remember faces, so I just went through Freeman's shit and found him on Freeman's page, you know what I mean? And then I looked up his page from Freeman's page. That simple. But yeah, he had a bunch of young kids there with him that was gonna do his dirty
Always
work
had
and
young
shit.
kids around him. Always. Yes, Maria.
And the I'm just like, even when you look at Freeman's Facebook page, he would have his daughters and stuff come over and dance on the couch while he played music. He would have who like his daughter and his daughter's friends come over and dance on the couch as he played music and record them like, yeah, look how bad she is. She badder than Beyonce. And da 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 da. Real fucking creepy shit. And then going out on dates with young girls, like real young girls, out on dates with him. I know there's a difference between a record deal and a
Yeah.
distribution deal, but I didn't say he had no type of deal. I just said he's connected to Rock Nation. I didn't say he had a fucking record deal and I didn't say he had a distribution deal. I used the word connected to Rock Nation. Connected. If we're going to play this words with friends, please use the word that I used. Connected. And I thought you was leaving, Melinda. Why the fuck did you come back?
And somebody please take the phone out of Tanika's hands. Okay. Just take it out of her hands. Or like maybe do I have mod status while I'm up here? Dang it.
Fuck the phone. Grab the bottle.
Right. Well, that too. That also.
Fuck the phone. Grab the bottle. Somebody, please take the bottle out of her hand.
Oh, Vampy's here. Hi, Vampy.
Vampy's not here.
I don't know that she said that. She obviously knows. Vampy is
Vampy
here.
is not
See,
here.
Melissa says it too.
Yo, you really
Okay.
you really want to keep on responding to this girl. Okay, go ahead. Keep on responding to her.
You know what? Okay. Listen. I'm just, when people want to be acknowledged, you acknowledge them. They're all connected.
I know. No, she ain't. She ain't ready. That lady is not. That lady just gonna keep on saying a bunch of sporadic ass shit. At some point, you ain't gonna know what the fuck she talking about. She gonna lead you somewhere and leave, chop your ass off. She like, oh, you know the way? Yeah, I know the way. All right, follow me. You gonna be like, what the fuck? This don't seem like the way. I'm telling you, it's the way. It's the way.
It'd be like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. The next thing you know, they're gonna be like, well, you lead the way then. After they done took your ass all the way into a maze and shit.
Yeah. And water. Fucking troll.
I'm telling you, man, these people will never stop. They will not stop.
It's a
They
weird
don't even get
profession.
paid to do
I'm
this.
not.
Think about this. Like,
Yeah,
these
that's what
must
I
be
mean.
like,
It's a weird profession. You've taken it on yourself. You've
it's
decided
not
to
even
do
a
it
profession. It's
yourself.
just a hobby. This is just a hobby to them. Like, this is just one of those hobbies, like some weird ass hobby of theirs. Like,
Cute. In all my cartoons, love you, I make them cute. I do. Even the ones that I really don't like. It just makes my soul feel better about it. About being mean.
trying to tell you.
I don't know, but they're all they all, it's like they have little troll meetings.
No, please don't keep saying no fucking fan piece. Y'all know if y'all keep
I know
repeating
she's gonna
fan
come. You're gonna.
They're
It's
gonna
like
say, oh, it said y'all was talking about me. Like, if y'all keep on that's why she's doing it. Like, I'm telling you. Saying y'all, it's all it takes is like 2 more people to say that shit, and she's gonna pop up like, who said that? Who said?
you're talking about me.
I'm
And
telling
it's
you,
like
why?
saying Beetlejuice.
It is. What? One more motherfucker say that person. So one more motherfucker say it in the comment section. I promise you they're gonna pop up. I promise you.
Oh.
Dang, you still in the car?
Yeah,
You gotta be at your destination by now.
I am definitely at my destination.
Oh shit, we've been live for 3 hours and 44 minutes. I'm going
Yeah.
to sleep. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm tripping.
I think somebody pointed that out a while ago, but
I'm going to sleep. All right. Good night. Y'all have a great night.
all right.
We tried to get some clarity on the situation, but you see, they don't
Maybe
really want clarity. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but I'm here.
maybe what? No, I know. I mean, shit, I try to give them a chance to get some clarity. You know, they don't want clarity. They don't want truth. They'd rather stay in the dark. All right, y'all have a good night. Remember, if nobody told y'all that they love you today, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. If nobody, yeah, that's yeah. I can't even say the shit right. I don't even remember what point I'm at. Good night. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.
Get back. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every thought sensor. They don't like it when we speak. When we beat. They're living under pressure. It's not a life for the weak or the meek. Gotta rise that temperature. It's real cold in these streets. Bring the heat. A spiritual venture. Gotta watch who you greet. Who you meet.
You know you do right, so they tell you you're wrong. Put up a fight, they don't like that you're strong. Crave that control, so they string you along. Catch a break, that shit's prolonged. When you know you don't belong, so it's back to the same old con. With a song, bringing facts, so they want you gone. Get back to yourself. Why you tryna please these thieves? They don't wish you well. They don't wish you well. Take and throw it in your face like a show and tell. Swimming in a world of snakes. Open gate to hell as they yell. Get back to yourself. Get back to yourself. Talk that talk, walk that walk. Represent for the flock, time weighing like a boat of tick-tock. No promise, no hope, no joy from the clock. Just annoyance when they circle and they watch on top. Ooh, that can never be I. Set the mindset of a guy who believes in the lie. Got no feelings, can't cry. Hand over your money as you watch them feast with the beast. And how dare you reap a reward. Stay poor, stay lured, stay quiet, stay norm. Now's not the time to give in or give up. Can't blame their way when you find yourself stuck. Don't be surprised when they show you fake love, and that's a message from the God above. The real ruler, millimeter, taking shots, aiming for your bluff. You don't like it, oh well, tough. Suck it up, get back to yourself.